Okay. Yes, sir. You're not missing it this time. Glad to have you here, Mr. Orc. It's funny because I actually think I didn't see another person waiting in chat. So I don't even think Fortuna's here yet. I see. Fortuna got what he wanted. He got me to play his game. Now that I've played it, he's gone. He's peaced out. He got what he needed. He doesn't need me no more. Look at the head on that. Frothy. Alright. So, I've picked out some interesting games today. We'll see how they do. One of the games I streamed last time, I think the developer kind of went on the defensive. I mean, his responses weren't... I should hold off on playing this game because he's going to peace out on your streams. Yeah, I think one of the developers last time got a little bit defensive about their game. They weren't rude or anything, but they just weren't exactly happy with the stream and how that went. I didn't even prepare. Man, I thought I was going to be like fully ready. I've been on a streak of just like not being ready for these streams, and today I thought I had it down pat. I had plenty of time to get everything set up, and I just realized I forgot to add the games to my game list ready for me to grade them. So let's see if I piss off any more devs. People got, I mean, okay, so I don't want to like paint him in like a bad light here. His response was, it's not like it was rude. Like, let me make that clear. It was not a rude response, but it did seem like he was being a little bit defensive. They aren't happy with my review. They should wait. Yeah, I know. I know. Because buddy, because asshole. Because Mr. Orc, the asshole, he even took me a little bit of time to, like, gather myself after your stream. Yeah. Yeah, I'm making strides here. I'm not perfect, of course. I tend to be an asshole sometimes. I'm not perfect, so I'm not gonna lie. So I understand if they get upset, but you know, I'm making strides. I'm trying to improve myself. Trying not to be a Mr. Orc. All right. I should say though, speaking of, I really should bring these up too. Some of the previous games that I've reviewed, especially like we'll call this the season 2 of these game streams. You know, basically after my whole beta test thing, we'll consider that's like season 2 because I took like almost a month break from reviewing games during the whole beta test thing. And since coming back, I've had some pretty great responses. Not sarcasm, like great responses from some of the developers that I have, you know, critiqued their game on, and I'm always glad to see that. And I feel like I should just draw attention to that. I already did draw attention to these like in the comments, but I didn't like call it out on stream. Let's see, let's just open these up. Yeah. So like over here, so this is the developer of Sweeter Yesterday. They had a really great response to my review, gave me lots of details, insight, and stuff like that. Well, okay. True. At the end of the stream, we get to that point of basically that's all I'm grading it. if you look at just the number, then it's really just like modern day expectations of games. Yeah, you know, more. God, you're gonna have to forgive me. I had a killer headache today. I was tempted to cancel the stream, but it's mostly gone away at this point now, which is why I'm streaming. But if I'm a little fuzzy on words, just that's why. Objective, there's the word. Holy shit. Yeah, I think like the grading scheme is pretty objective, but during the actual review, you know, it can be more opinionated because I'm commenting on things as I experiencing them. Hello, Visky. I'll be playing your game later. He's the dev of one of the games I'm going to be playing today. So, yeah, so I mean, like, the grading scheme itself is pretty objective, but, like, when I'm in the middle of playing the game, and I think that's really where, like, that's where the devs are going to focus most of their attention on. I feel like this is likely how it goes. Not that I really know how they do it, but I expect how it typically goes is, you know, the dev sees I've linked my stream. You know, I always have the same copy paste thing. You know, let's just use Sweeter yesterday. Oh no, because the comments. This was a popular game, and the comments are going to be just heinous. I think Meow or Never. Yeah, this one didn't have that many comments on it, so let's use this as a good example of how I do this. For those who are unaware, who may be watching, Mr. Orc, you already know how I do this, but for those who are watching the archive, this is how I do it. So typically when I do these streams, after I finish them, throughout the coming week, I'm not as quick about leaving these responses as I used to be, just because I've been busy and stuff, but usually throughout the week before the next stream, I'll get in contact with the dev, and I'll actually, like, write out my review. This is, like, the main ideas that I presented throughout the stream. And then at the end, I always have this copy-paste that I include. If you'd like to watch my experience with your game, I've linked the archive below. You can click the timestamps to jump to when I start playing your game. So here's how I imagine how it goes with devs. They see that I've included this, and they're curious about this. They're curious to see how I played the game. They probably start watching right where the timestamp is, and they'll probably skip through some parts if they feel like you know, they got the gist of whatever I'm playing. It is a live stream after all, so they might not want to be there for the full 35 minutes that I'm playing their game. So chances are, after they feel like they've gotten the gist of what my opinion is, they might just click off the video before it even gets to the whole grading thing. So that's just how I imagine it goes. So, anyways, yeah, I brought up these ones because I just wanted to mention that, like, these are some great responses from the devs here. I brought out railroad design with, like, some weird decisions with Sweeter yesterday. They came to realize, oh yeah, I thanks for pointing that out. I see how that could be frustrating, and we'll make some changes. So always glad to see that. This one was from Atomic Picnic. So Atomic Picnic is also a much, like, it's still an indie game, but it's actually like a team of people, probably with some reasonable funding behind it. Like, it's still going to be, it's not a AAA budget, but probably way more budget than any of us RPG Maker devs have. So, anyways, but even still, so, like, the creative director here, really left a good response to my review on their game and talked about some things. So just once again, just glad to see these kind of responses here. Here, this one, actually, I was also kind of surprised. So this was Our Long Walk Home developer, which I got kind of annoyed with this game when I was playing it. So I do feel like in this game I was somewhat of an asshole. But even still, they left a pretty good response to me on their game here. So just once again, just wanted to say, hey, this developer, cool guy. And then I already mentioned same thing for Meow or Never. That's why I brought them up here to show off my example post. They also had a pretty good response to my review of their game. So just once again, just wanted to call out those games. Because yeah, this is good. It's nice to see developers have a good positive reaction to my review. So, anyways, this you know, seizure-inducing store page is the first game that I'm going to play. This is Project Volition. Oh, I didn't catch this. That's funny. We're working on fixing the Mac problem. The Mac problem is that just RPG Maker is not supported on Mac after like what? I don't know Mac operating systems, but it hasn't been supported in years. So I don't know if you're going to be able to fix that problem. Alright, you want me to give you a fucking shout out? Alright. Yo, gamers, what up? This Nolan Alighieri. We got our boy Simple Gaming in the chat right now. Why don't you go check out Simple Gaming and his streaming right now on Twitch. Twitch.com/Simple Gaming, probably. He's my homeboy. Yeah, go check him out. There you go. There's your shout out. Alright, anyways, only when flesh melts into the motherboard will we be reborn. Claire is the internet shut-in, but when her world is invaded by the web, she must come out and face the code. Okay, so I kind of had a feeling when I saw this game that it's going to give me, oh shit, what is that game called? False Server? I think that's what it is. False Server. This is one of the games I played. Yeah, it's False Server. This is one of the games I played like way back when I like first started doing these streams. So already this game is like giving me kind of similar vibes. So I'm not sure how well I'm gonna click with the writing. There's gonna be like a lot of like internet humor and Gen Z humor in there. I may have a gripe with the writing, but we'll see. Anyways, invited by her friends to abandoned computer company building in their small town, Claire is faced with strange visual hallucinations and whispers of ascension through the cyber. Through the cyber? There should be something after that because cyber is something else. How will she fare in this collision of worlds, and most importantly, how will she manage her sanity when her best friend becomes a real ghost in a machine? Find out in the demo for Project Volition. I also didn't really want to pick up demos. I always think demos suck because sorry, it kind of reminds me of like the modding community for like Skyrim, where like including me actually, when I was a young boy making mods for Oblivion. I would create store pages for like early alphas of my super ambitious mod project, and like so many other of those kind of projects, it gets abandoned. And I'm sure maybe these developers have motivation, but I don't know. It's just that when it's a demo for a really early build of the game, it's like it's so far, it's such early days with the game that it's like, why even bother? Why even bother with this? It's so early in development. But I didn't really feel like spending a long time looking for a good game. I looked through a handful of new and popular releases, and this was the most interesting one out of them, so I just went with this. Clip that and share it everywhere. Even go ahead. You are free to clip it, download it, and use it in your own streams. Alright, one thing I was surprised about with this game too is that there does seem to be quite the team behind it. We have a visual artist and animator. I mean, the art seems fine. A visual artist and game designer. A writer and a narrative designer, writer and audio designer. Yeah, make sure to write a whole essay for their credits. And the credit needs to be above the description fold. Make sure you put it above the description fold. So anyways, so I'm hoping that if you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh, I'm sorry, did I miscount there? No, it's 7. 7. If we're going to have 7 people, if it's a 7-person team to make this game, it better be good. You got a lot of brain power behind this game. So... and its folder name is Meta RPG. So, I guess there's gonna be some levels of meta-ness to it. Let's go ahead and launch it. I'm expecting 7 people, so they haven't even updated their NWJS, and it's not even in 16:9. Hell yes! 7 people! Alright. Oh, come on! What is this? You have an audio designer. Why are you using the standard bleep bloop 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 bleep bloop? Alright, let's not start off too overly critical here. I think it's a shame, and this probably comes down to the fact that this is such an early build. I'm sure hopefully they'd replace the default RPG Maker sounds. Goodness. Yeah, does audio designer mean they chose the audio from the RTP? See, it seems like that's probably because my system volume is low. Probably doesn't need to be up that loud, but let's make sure. Yeah, it's probably a little bit loud. Let's turn that back down to like 70. It's gonna be okay. Alright. Oh, and where's my timer? Let's get that timer going. There we go. Timer's going. Right? Like... So there's no... They don't even have Yanfly's keyboard config. It's MV. It is MV. I don't remember if I mentioned that. I'm pretty sure I did, but if not... This is more like a beta, I think. I mean... Let's face it, like, a lot of indie developers use, especially RPG Maker developers, use the term demo and beta, like, interchangeably. Alright, Clara. Oh, this is Clara. What time is it? 5 p.m. Nice. I should probably check out what's up online. So again, I shouldn't be overly critical, but I want to point this out. Because, so if it started with me trying to see... Oh, the guy had some racist allegations? Wait, really? Anyways, so... It looks like maybe it's a... I'm not familiar with this tile set, although something about the computer reminds me of another game I had played, so maybe it is a tile set, I don't know. But what I did notice is, so you have these like kind of earthy colors here with like kind of medium contrast on them for shadows and highlights, but then the character is very bright and saturated with seemingly high contrast, so I don't know, I mean, this is the first room, but right now it's looking like it's like clashing art styles, but I mean, with pixel art, you really don't get into super severe clashing art styles, so we'll see later if that makes sense. Maybe you should check up on your friends first. They're probably hanging out in the chat room as usual. Just to be clear, because we don't want to be throwing around things like that, talking about racist allegations and whatever. I brought up False Server, but to be clear, I brought up False Server because this game reminded me of False Server, this is not the same developer as False Server. This is a different developer. Who is this developer? What is their name? Catsket? That's the name of the development team, I guess, since there's 7 people. Comfortable enough to... Okay, I don't want to read all this. Alright, let's just do this. Guy plays... tries to leave the room. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I was just seeing, you know, I was just checking. Sweet Revenge XX Joy. The current pop drone is not music. A blonde in a skin-tight pink catsuit lip-syncing to an industry song about boys is not true art. Oh, I'm sorry that you can't appreciate fun. Tiffany's Sword's newest single, Nuclear Waste, is about the pain of a toxic relationship. That's a Britney Spears song. Talking about a blonde in a skin-tight suit. Late Joe Kent. Yeah, oh, there he is. We thought you bailed because I played your game last time and you got what you wanted. Can't believe you're a boy I would chase. You're nothing more than nuclear waste. Pure artistry, Damien, but you would never understand if you keep listening to sad boy music. Why is the chat displayed in message boxes, though? Oh, I mean, I think it's because, if I had to guess, so what they've done is, this is just a picture that they're displaying, so you can't interact with the chat. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah. Our Bloody Valentine is deep, orchestral. Pardon my bluntness, Joy, but you're too peppy. So a lot of this conversation reminds me of the kind of shit that I would say when I was like either a young adult or even in high school, especially about like music stuff. Like, pop artists aren't true musicians. Pardon my bluntness, Joy, but you're too peppy. You could never understand the pain I go through. Also, this kind of shit, too, is like the kind of stuff I would fucking say when I was in fucking high school. Actually, I think you're just lame, lol. I fucking hate this. If this is supposed to be funny, then this is actually brilliant if it's supposed to be funny. Modern Nietzsche. No, get out of here with this garbage. Damien, could it be that you're embarrassed about who you really are, that you built a large ego to mask it? The darkness, the depression? I would say yes, I pretend I'm fine when I'm really not. But knowing you, oh shit, I'm kinda scared. Your teenage emo phase hidden behind post-punk music isn't what I'm talking about. Alright. So I guess they are supposed to be teenagers, then it makes sense. Because you're not doing a good job of hiding it, but I just... The chat history is something. How do you pronounce... So this Nietzsche... is like, sorry, I've had like negative associations. So like Nietzsche is like some sort of like fucking philosopher. I have this pet peeve with fucking philosophy. Like, it's totally fine if you have your own philosophy and you can even tell people about your own philosophy, but philosophers come off as such fucking fart sniffers sometimes. Like it's not a science. At best, we'd call it a soft science, right? It's just about ways of looking at the world. So I don't know. Sorry, when I think of like Nietzsche, there's a lot of people who think to maybe take philosophy and philosophers way too seriously, that start coming off as, well, probably what this guy was talking about to the other guy, the sweet revenge guy, the emo kid. You know, the emo kid is hiding behind his dark post-punk music, but I would say modern Nietzsche guy here is probably hiding behind his mask of thinking that he's smart and enlightened because he read a fucking book on Nietzsche. I mean, who you really are, your sexuality. Emilio, just read your fucking filth gay book. What? Yeah, I should have expected this. Everyone shut up, Clara's online. Glad you finally recognized Noel, because I would have sat here quiet and let them punch it out. Hi, Clara, it's been a while. How are you? I'm good, I guess. Waking up at 5 p.m. is peak humanity, actually. It's good to see you. So what's your plan, bro? You know how I'm into weird stories that I find on deep forums? There's a story I found that takes place in town. Huh. You know that office building down the street by the hobby store? I don't think Clara does. She rarely goes outside anymore. She has forgotten the feeling... Has she forgotten the feeling of grass? Go to hell, Emilio. Choking on beer. The story has it that the building used to be occupied by a computer company. But the company went under when a bunch of the higher-ups, lost their forms and became metaphysical gods of technology. A bunch of them fled, but I can't think of anyone in town who has ever worked there. So that's why you asked Mom if she knew about it. Can't say I remember anything about that place either. It really does feel like it just appeared one day. Do you want to go inside, Noel? Yes, we'll go in for a few hours, and once it's all done, we get pizza. I don't know, seems dangerous, but pizza sounds sick. And you're inviting Clara because you think there's some free computer hardware that she can take? Yeah, I'm sure there's something to salvage. Free shit, yeah, I'll show up. Can everyone meet at 5:30? Yeah, hopefully, but if I'm not there in time, just leave me. Oh, you think you're funny. It's gonna be fun. Promise. Alright. So what? And just go to bed now? I don't know, it's Hikikomori's simulator. I guess so. This place feels weird. Like back of a crack den weird. If there aren't people living here, there's definitely rats. They like sweet and energetic things. So they would start eating you, but then they'd realize how sour you are and stop leaving you with half-eaten flesh. They could film a music video for the Warzone Weeks album here. Did you think about anything besides emo boy bands, Damien? Yeah, I think. Oh my gosh, Clara, thank God I'm not surrounded by just boys anymore. Clara, it's been a while. Yeah, I guess. Just been doom spiraling as usual. The best relief, they say, is through the company of others. Also known as leaving your house and getting out of that absolute trash pit you call your bedroom. Don't know if anything can be more trash than that tube top you're wearing. It looks like actual shit, Emil. I invited you all here to explore and hang out, not to bicker about the latest fashion trends or lack thereof. There's a few floors that we can explore. We have a lot to cover. I think we should split up. When has splitting up ever been a good idea? Well, there's no one else here, so we should be fine. Well, I know I'm not going out on my own. There could be a fallen ceiling or water damage. If we get into trouble, we can yell. Oh, come on, scaredy cat, I'll accompany you if you're gonna cry about it. Who said I was crying your eyes, dumbass? I want to observe things on my own, but if you need me, Claire, you can always scream. Noted, thank you. Now, Noelle already left. Well, leaving the house is off to a great start. Might as well try to find some weird tech or something before the night ends. Sorry, I'm just trying to get through the text quicker so we can actually get to some gameplay. We don't want to repeat a Fortuna's game. A set of arranged plants sit by the entrance to the building. For internal use only. Notice to all Ocumen employees. Remember your NDAs. Shots fired. Failure to comply with NDA conditions will not be tolerated. Do not make us take action which you will regret. This kind of stuff here. See, it's an underappreciated part of mapping. Is thinking about where your player is going to walk. Don't unnecessarily make your player have to take the long route just because you thought a cool little doodad would make this room look nice. When I play through my maps, I often try to like check what would be the common path that players would walk, and if there's any like rocks or rubble or whatever doodads in the way, I kind of move them to try not to interfere. Because it's just annoying. Like, I came up here. I think a lot of players would want to come up here, right? Because, I mean, that's kind of like the big centerpiece. I actually do that too, yeah. So it's just kind of watching, making sure. Yeah, of course, if you want to deliberately block something, then obviously you would do that. But in this case, I don't think there's any reason to block this right here. It's just a minor annoyance. It's obviously not like the end of the world that I have to walk all the way around, obviously, like no big deal. But it's just like one minor annoyance that you could easily fix to make the game just feel that much more polished. How did mouse droppings get stuck to the monitor? Can I go through this door? I can. There's no color in this room. It's kind of weird writing. It's too big to be a janitor's closet or something. It's unfinished, but not even just in an unfurnished way. I have a bad feeling about this. Why is the music coming out of my right ear right now? Okay, it's panning. Hang on, let me turn up the volume in my headphones. I'm guessing the music is supposed to kind of sound glitchy because that's like the whole meta thing that's going on. You okay, Claire? You're looking a little worse for wear. Sorry, I was just having a headache going through all of this. Maybe you should take a break, go outside. It could be the toxic air or all the dust. I was thinking about it, but I have to find Noel. Noel, he's probably run off somewhere weird all by himself. You know how he is. I like to think I do, but the older we get, I'm not so sure. And it seems like the music is more normal now. That's a weird way of doing that. Oh, I don't like that. it should just transfer you when you step there. I mean, I know, like, I see what their thought process was. You don't automatically transfer because here there's a door, which obviously you don't automatically transfer on because you have to activate the door first. So they are trying to keep that rule consistent, is what I imagine their thought process was here, was keeping the rule consistent. But it's weird. Like, this little square rectangle down here, I mean, it's kind of like the hidden language of 2D top-down RPGs, right? Is when you have this little pattern here in the walls. This usually means you can walk through that. So I think it's just better to automatically transfer when you step there. What was that stain? Maybe straight paint across the floor. Texture feels wrong. I don't like that. Oh, stop. Screw activating doors. Okay. Also, so there's two things I want to point out. One thing in the game, just on a similar note, but on your comment, like, I think it can go either way. Automatic doors or, activate doors. I think that's fine. Either one is okay with me. If you automatically activate the door, I'm okay with that. If it was pressed to activate, I'm okay with that. However, here's the problem with not automatically activating things like this. So I think earlier... Is there a dash? Okay, there is. Thank goodness. They need to work on these stairs, too. Both of those stairs look like they're going up. They had to add this arrow here to signify that's going down. Anyways, so, like, I walked here... And I thought, oh, I can't go anywhere. I'm going to push enter now. Now that I know I need to push enter on these little alcoves, we're going to see if that goes somewhere. Okay, it does. But see, I totally ignored that because it's just not consistent. Like, normally like I said, when people in, like, top-down RPGs see this type of pattern here, it's the hidden language. You see that pattern, you think, oh, I just need to step there and we'll automatically transfer. So because I didn't automatically transfer, I just thought, oh, that was just a decorative pattern in the wall shape, I guess, or whatever. So again, like, I guess it's not the end of the world for this game. It's just another small annoyances. And this is the kind of thing that really is why you'd want to patch those small annoyances, because, like, you have this small annoyance here, that's 1, and then you have this small annoyance here, that's 2, and then can you imagine over the span of the game having these small little annoyances, like, slowly starting to add up into, like, one really big problem. So that's just why, like, yeah, exactly, it adds up. Like, yeah, it's not the end of the world that I have to push enter, but you're just adding another small annoyance on top of that stack that's going to eventually add up to a big problem. That thing's kind of standing out in that rubble pile, but I can't click on it. Is it just me? This rubble pile looks like it has low contrast compared to, like, whatever this is. Made me want to see if I could grab that. I just noticed too, there's, like, some weird, like, art. See, I wonder though, the way I've heard about this game made it sound like it was really amazing, but so far all we've seen is basic eventing and dialogue. I mean, if you have a good idea, that's all it takes, right? So we'll see. This might be another game where I need more than 35 minutes to really understand why it might be good. It also could be one of those Gen Z things that I just don't get. But anyways, like, we have this, like, medium, I would call it, like, vaguely 16-bit style art here. And then you get these kind of things that are, like, really highly detailed. and it just kind of it stands out weirdly. That's where art can clash with, I think, pixel art, is like when you have totally different resolution arts. See, that's kind of cool. All right, I'll give him credit on that. Having the, like, transparency, like, you know, like your typical transparency background for, like, PNGs and whatever. That's kind of a cool idea. I like that. Can you just, like, wander around all of this area? Yeah, I guess so. Well, let's see what that phone is. Phone is ringing, though the tone seems to be off. Pick up the receiver, sure. You hear a wet, fleshy sound, and static, then dead silence. What the fuck? Oh, wait, Clara, what are you doing here? Exploring? You're so quiet right now. It's weird to hear from you. Emilio said if I was too loud, then he wouldn't be able to tell the difference between me talking normally and me screaming out in pain. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this... I don't know how well that comes in on stream either. This is weirdly highly detailed. There's like a lot of detail in this. And then and then all of this is like, you know, like I said, vaguely 16-bit style graphics. Like this is the 48 by 48 pixel style graphics that RPG Maker uses for most typical tile sets, while this one is like a pseudo 16-bit style. Is it gonna... It's weird. Okay, that's also weird. So... Okay, that one triggered there. That's fine. It's kind of like you're acknowledging the blood in front of you, but... Like here, when I got here, it said you stepped in blood, but I wasn't even on the blood yet, so... Yeah, it's kind of... strange. Oh, Clara, good to see you again. Can't say the same for you. Have you seen my little brother? I'm not sure where you ran off to. No, not since we all last saw him. I think he went to the basement. I think he's in trouble. When is he not in trouble? I just want to make sure he's okay. Gotta roll. Hope that... Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for stopping by. Why are the mountains moving? Is the building on wheels? The city looks quiet from here. It's late and most people are probably asleep by now, not counting you and your friend. I'm glad I can repeat that too. Why are the mountains moving? My guy, where are we rolling off to? Tech company on wheels. Change locations of all the tax collectors. This also looks somewhat unfinished. It looks like it's missing tile pieces here. What's going? I feel like what's happened here is that maybe what they've done is maybe like the like more 16-bit style kind of art might be their own original art. And I think a lot of this higher resolution art is like maybe asset packs, or like this looks like RTP right here. So actually I wonder if all of it's RTP, and I'm just like, I haven't used RTP that much, especially the like sci-fi tile set stuff. I definitely haven't used any of that. Well, I'm just wondering, like, yeah, it definitely does look awkward, but maybe it's just all placeholder. And that's the problem with having demos like this. It's like, this is why I think releasing such early beta tests is also just not such a good idea. Yeah, they had an art director, yeah. Yeah, right here. Two visual artists. 2 writers. 2 audio designers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We have 2 audio designers and we're still using... Yeah, okay, like, there's nothing... Here's the thing, right? Like, don't make a demo with unfinished content. Yeah, I mean, for a demo game, like, if we're using the term demo legitimately here, like, this is a demo, a small portion of my game for you to play test. It's a finished game, you're just playing a small part of it, right? If that is what we're talking about, then absolutely, you're right. Do not have placeholders in it, because it's a finished game, and your finished game should be finished, not using placeholders. Is it a student's project? Why would a student project use RPG Maker though? There's no mention of like it being a student project here. Usually when I've played student projects, it's usually placed somewhere pretty obviously, especially if it's like from a university too. They want to make it known, like, this came out of our university, so make sure you come and enroll at our university. Yeah, so, like, let me get back on track to what I was saying, too. Like, here's the thing, is that when you release a public demo, you have, like, no way of really informing your players what is finished and what's not. Like, you can release a list of things that's like, oh, here's what we're working on. We know this is unfinished. There's a lot of placeholder art and stuff like that. And I think it would actually be good if they release something like that. However, you also just can't really guarantee anyone would actually read that. And so you may just get useless feedback of people saying, why the fuck is it like that? Said on the 3rd floor there's something floating out there. I mean, with the phone? Didn't I already use the phone? I also realized that all the dialogue is silent too. There's like no text sounds, like tick 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 whenever the font is being typed out. There's no like progression sound whenever you press enter. Like, there's nothing. It's totally dead silent. You know, first of all, I'm bringing this up because I know. Well, how do I go to the fucking basement? That's what I'm looking for. That's how I came up here. I guess I haven't tried the elevator. Can I go in the elevator? Yeah. That's what I figured. So like here's down. Okay, hang on. Let me not skim through that. What did that say? You've seen everything, you talked to everyone but Noel, you have to find him. He's not anywhere else, maybe. Perhaps it would take someone with truly nothing to lose to even attempt this. Wasn't there something floating out there on the 3rd floor? You still couldn't believe that was real. That thing warped your reality. You feel somewhat compelled to check it out again. See, that's what I did. Oh, wait. Does it mean... Wait. No, that wasn't on this floor. That was on the 2nd floor. Also, why can't I pass over this glass? Oh my god. You can walk on top of glass, especially if you have shoes. It's fine. Is this not the 3rd floor? I mean, there's a big 3 right there, right? See, okay, is it talking about this? Did I activate this? All the other terminals gave me information. What the hell is this? Speaking steadily on the phone or similar. We're coming up with something new. Okay, that didn't really seem to progress anything. That's the only other thing that I see floating out there. Let's see, when it said there's something weird, I was kind of thinking maybe like this thing? That's not it. What about... Oh my god, I hate that you have to hit enter. What about the room at the phone? At the phone. I mean here. You mean this one right here. Did I go in there? I don't remember if I did. Yeah, I did. This is how I originally came to this room. And that just exits out here. Right side. Alright, I'll give it a little bit more time. Hang on. Let's try this real fast. Oh, you were talking about this room. Yeah, man, I don't know. I've obviously skipped over something, but I'm... Did I go through here? Okay, this is new, I think. Yeah, that's new. Oh my god, stop triggering the stupid event. So the lights went all flickery. Why is there a weird flash? Friend misses you. This is as fast as you can go. Okay. Cool. Obnoxious filter on the screen now with some matrix text. So annoying you can't walk on top of the glass. Alright, so do I go to the basement now? This screen filter thing kind of bothers me. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on at the edge of the screens. Jesus Christ, what the hell happened? Oh, hey, it's fine, I'm fine. I've never felt better. Do you need help? No, don't come closer. What the hell do you mean by that? You're fused with the fucking computer. No, wait, I'll get you out of... I can't move. Listen to me, Claire, please. It's just not your time yet. You still have something to live for. I accept my rebirth within the wires months ago, and soon, once you feel like you've lost it all, the screens and motherboards will welcome you. Wait, Noel. This is it for now. Thank you for playing. Oh. Please come back later. Man, come on. There we go. We played the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, come on, man. It was basically two tile sets that you had, and you couldn't even make sure that you didn't have placeholder art there. I mean, I assume we can only hope it's placeholder. Seven people. 7 people helped with this. The end. Yeah, we actually made it to the end of a game for once. That's surprising. Let's take a look at these folks. Steve-O. That's some cute art. I'm wondering how this person is associated with that project. Because these don't look like RPG Maker games. This one might be RPG Maker. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's some RPG Maker games in here. Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. This Steve-O guy looks like he's got some pretty interesting stuff. Just WASD. Maybe it is a student project. This font is, or this font color is just fucking heinous. Anyways, yeah, yeah, it's weird. This Steve-O guy, I don't see how he's associated with the project other than his name is on it, but why? All right, David Liao. Okay. Oh, see, he has Afterlife there. See, okay, the other guy had, like, if we go back to Steve-O, like, there's the Afterlife tea house, and, like, so both of them are connected to that. So, like, if they've made the game together, they've listed it on their page because they both worked on it together. So it's weird that they don't have this project listed on there. Are they... What's going on here? What... And are these don't really look like, I mean, maybe these could be RPG Maker games, but this doesn't look like an RPG Maker dev. Yeah, this is not, this kind of looks interesting though. I want to keep these guys in mind, actually. I may check out their stuff later in another stream. Some of this stuff actually kind of looks like it might be interesting to try out. But, yeah, the point I'm trying to make though is, what do these guys have to do with this project? I wonder if it is like a student project, because like Steve-O and David Liao, like those sound more like names, like people's names, you know. They're not usernames, so they're like, it's a more professional. Right here, and right staring me right in my fucking face. What is this? At NYU Game Center. Okay, so it is a student project, I think. Maybe? What the fuck is this? Tisch School of Arts. NYU Game Center is dedicated to exploration of games as a cultural form. Is it a university? Let's see. NYU Game Center is a department of game design at New York University's world famous. Okay, alright, yeah. So, yeah, okay. Okay, I think it is a student project. It's weird that they don't, like, make that more clear. Okay. And then here's this. This is the musician. Whatever. Get out of here. Let's hear what this sounds like. Kind of groovy. I like that rhythm, man. Drums are pretty funky. I don't know about the rest, but yeah. Yeah. Oh no, he's just sharing that. Or something that he did. Alright, we'll stop that. Okay, yeah, anyways, so music guy's alright. You can only listen to this in his eye. Sawyer Smith. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, alright. Anyways, I think we've solved the mystery of this game. It's a student project. I'm not gonna go through. Oh, here we go. Here's someone who's actually tied to the game, like legitimately, who's actually tied their name to that game. So anyways, I think this is the writer. Oh no, cat. Oh no, that's the actual person. That's okay. Let's close these out. This is the actual person developing it. This is the original developer. So that's like their most recent one. They have a lot of games, man. I'll give them credit on that. That's what I've always said, right? We need to start finishing games. This person at least knows how to finish games. So maybe this Project Volition will actually get finished. I assume these games are finished. This looks like it came from the same person, too. Thanks for doing a word count for us. Okay, yeah. Alright, interesting. Yeah, I think we've got to the bottom of this mystery here. So well, I won't investigate any further on that. Let's just get to the game grade. Alright, yeah, I didn't fill out any of this information. So what is it? It is Project Volition. Date published. When was this? Just 2 days ago. So that's going to put it in 2023. 01. And today is 2023-01, no, not 14. What is it? It's really more of a beta. We're going to call it a beta. Is it RM? Yes. Is it a commercial game? No. No. Is it a quality store page? No. Polish? No. Accessibility? No. Clarity? No. Because I didn't figure out what the fuck to do. I don't know. Actually, I'm going to go ahead. Well... Yeah, no, I'm not. Never mind. No, I'm not. Balance, sure, you'll get a point. There's nothing to balance, but whatever. Unique identity. Yeah, alright, I'll give it that. It has a unique identity. My phone is gonna harass me unless I check this fucking message. Okay, there we go. And let's get that link. There we are. And so that's what we have. It is a 3. Very nice, I guess. Man, I've already gotten through one beer. Almost, nearly. And we only finished the first game? Man, it's gonna be a long night, isn't it? Alright, well, anyways, so... Short and painful rating. Yeah. Alright, so let's just move on to the next game since we've already spent an hour just on that game. I really don't have any plans on playing that again. Actually, I played through the whole thing anyway, so I'll just delete that. And next up is going to be Rosenklan. Spelled unfortunately with a K. I don't know. I think that speaks how terrible I am. How just disturbed my mind is when the first thing I saw when I saw clan spelled with a K is went to a racist group. So, anyways, so this is Rosenklan by our own Alice Gristle. Is it German? I think the KKK were also German, so that's why they spelled the clan with a K. Anyways, this is by our own Alice Gristle, who has her own blog. And oh, who's that? Who's that on that blog? Look at that person on that blog. That's a game. So, yeah, so Alice... Yeah, that doesn't mean it is German. I'm just saying the folks who are in the Ku Klux Klan are German, maybe. I don't know. What the hell if I fucking know? Anyways. Yeah, so Alice Gristle, I played one of her games in the past. I don't think it's this game. This game is different. I didn't play her game on stream. She actually asked that I didn't do it. She also said that it might break TOS simply because it showed boobies in it. But actually, her art style is so, like, it's like more of an 8-bit style that, that honestly, yeah, there were boobies in it, but, I mean, it's so low resolution, YouTube would have no idea what the fuck it's looking at. But it doesn't matter. She didn't want me to play it on stream anyways. This, I believe, is a different project from that. It does look like it's using the same tile sets, though, because it was looked very, very similar to this. So she has a very unique style to herself. I also played one of her games during IGMC back in summer. So, yeah, so I think that was the first experience I had with her games back then. She also used a similar art style back then. She also beta tested my game as well, and actually she seemed to like it a lot. So glad to hear that. So anyways, that's the game we're gonna play, and why don't we just hop on into it since we've already spent an hour on that previous game. Let's not waste any more time. I like how she redid the RPG Maker logo. That's pretty nice. probably just turn always dash on, honestly. Turn that on. It's really quiet. Once upon a time in the lands of darkness, there lived the mysterious Rosenklan. Roses of magnificent size grew in their gardens. The ruler of the Rosenklan had 3 clever daughters. One day, she called her daughters to her. Rip accessibility. Yep. You're correct. I was thinking of that while I was reading it. It's like, oh, you know what I didn't bring up? You know what I didn't bring? I'll bring it up as soon as I read through this intro here. Today I'm going to choose my heir. To help me decide, I have a small task for you 3. Go into the gardens and bring me 3 great roses, a red one, a white one, and a dark one. Whoever's the first to bring me the rose, one shall name my successor. This task is no problem at all, Mother. Easy as pie for us. But why is our stupid baby sister here? Don't tell us that we must compete with her. Indeed, she'll just get in the way, the little idiot. It looks like you're having some problems with your name box here. Looks like your G is getting cut off. I don't know if there's any sort of way to move the text up. And someone was scared to call the dark rose a black one. It's probably the same. It's probably the same thought process as to why confidence points have been abbreviated to con P in my game instead of, you know, the letter C and the letter P. There's nothing wrong with using those 2 letters in most games. It's just the fact that my game involves a child, and using those 2 letters when the main character is a child is a little bit unfortunate. Maybe it's the same thought process here. Oh, she has a game with clan in the title, and so maybe it's a good idea to not call Rose black. Indeed, she'll just get in our way, the little idiot. You're all my daughters, so I want all of you to try. Now, you may go into the treasury and take whatever you think you need in your quest. Well, Biddy, won't you go too? I will, Mama. Just before I do, have you any advice for me? Among my daughters, you are the least in need of advice, but take this feather. Use it if you become trapped, lost, or if you need to hurry home. Thank you, Mama. Got the magic feather. To use the feather, press X, escape to enter the menu. Choose the feather and press Z. Enter. The feather will carry you back home. Right on. I like that the intro is short and sweet. Oh no, but speaking of short and sweet, there's no options menu from the main menu! Don't do this! She did not disagree with one of her daughters being a fucking idiot. She just said, I want all my daughters to try. Oh, why do you disclude options from the menu? I know there's not that many options, but like, even when there are some options, maybe for whatever reason, someone needs to turn the volume down. I don't know, you just shouldn't remove the options from the game itself. Anyways, the point I was gonna say is that, there's no Yawnfly keyboard config. Come on! It's a free plugin! I do think, if I remember correctly, I didn't even read over the store page, that's my bad. But if I remember correctly, because I actually checked this game out, you know, a little while ago. I think she'd mentioned that this was something that she'd made in, like, very quickly. Like, she didn't spend a long time on this game. And I will say that maybe the reason she didn't want to use Yawnfly options or keyboard config is because maybe the art style, would you have to redo some of the art? You might have to redo some of the art to make it work with this graphic style, and maybe she just didn't want to put in that effort of redoing the art for keyboard config to match when it's just a simple game that she didn't spend too long making. I don't know. I'm guessing here. And I don't know. Is that right? Maybe you wouldn't. I think it just uses the standard window draw method and then uses your palette for like highlighted text. Maybe you wouldn't really need to redo a lot of the art. I think if you're... Yeah, I don't think you do. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, so anyways, I guess we're looking for roses. So her other game that I had playtested was kind of similar to this, and I actually kind of appreciate this design. It's kind of like, here's what you need to do. Now go out and just explore. And it makes itself pretty clear that that's just what you're doing. That you just explore. And if you really want to avoid the keyboard setting to show up, just disable the keyboard option, but enable... Yeah, like I did this with my previous game. I didn't know about... First of all, I didn't want to... In my previous game, since I was still kind of new to RPG Maker, I didn't really want to touch plugins. And so what I wound up doing was, because I didn't want to touch plugins, I just went right into the RPG... What is it? Whatever, the like RPG core script, and actually just added WASD movement into the core script that allowed for WASD or arrow keys. Burke and I caught a vile criminal. She tried to steal our roses, but she is safely locked up now. We caught a thief and locked her up behind thorny thickets. She won't get out in 1,000 years. Okay, I think this is also going to be... Seeing that gate back there, I think she's definitely used some similar ideas from her other game. So the other game had this kind of sort of Zelda-like progression. In fact, actually, come to think of it, now that I mentioned that, there's like a very like original NES Zelda kind of influence in her game design, where it's like, hey, here's a brief story summary, now go out there and just be free and explore. But like there are various like rocks and stuff that eventually you'd get like equipment to break or whatever, and seeing that gate behind those bushes make me believe that maybe she's using a similar concept here. Are you the keeper of the dark rose garden? I would like a rose, please. Eat bricks. Nobody's going to get in, out, near, under, above, far, or near our garden, so take a hike. I was just... I don't want to hear you whining and pleading. Go before I kick you in the canal. Minimalist design. I appreciate it. It's very... like, it's a fine line, and I think... she almost borderlines on it being not okay, but there's a very fine line between like being vague and that being the main... Did I forget to start the timer? Holy shit. Hang on. Normally I don't do this. Normally I don't change the timer time because it's my fault, but I'm gonna do it because I think this game is pretty short anyways. I don't know, there's like a fine line to where it just feels annoying, like you have no idea what the fuck is going on, where to go, or what to do, and then actually it just being like the fun of exploration. Yeah, it's kind of like the original NES Zelda, yeah. There also aren't really that many nuisances or things that like get in your way of exploration. It also makes traveling around a little bit easier too. Greetings, I am Burger. Trusted, impeccable, and immune to dupes. Dupes? Oh, okay, sorry, the exclamation mark. Woo, boy. Greetings, I am Burger. Berger? Maybe Berger. Trusted, I'm sorry, I'm just... Okay, we're gonna proceed and we're gonna ignore this one. You guard, I won't tell you. You cannot wrest any secrets from me. Was that the... Oh, yeah. Hey, there's a rope. Got the rope. Why, there's a loaf of bread. Our well is without water and our garden dry as death. A single rose grows, symbolizing our demise. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that aloud? I'm actually a very cheerful fellow. Did he cast a rope down the well? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Someone died down here. This poor creature is clutching a pickaxe. I wonder if they worked themselves to death. Bing bang, let's smash some rocks. Quick crock, dick dog. That's work, 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 and work. It's very, very Alice Gristle text. I think I see who's to blame. Bing bang, young lady, let's smash. To use the magic pickaxe, simply walk up to a rock or a boulder and press Z. One thing I'm going to give Alice Gristle on, first of all, she doesn't even break character on the form. She has a very distinct way of talking, and it comes through on all of her games. It's a very Alice Gristle writing. This is their only rose. I can't take it. It would be too cruel. Welcome to our garden. I'm sorry to say it's not much to see, though. Why not? Oh, our roses haven't had water or light in ages. I'm so sorry, but they don't grow. Don't you have a well? Well, it's dried up, I'm sorry to say. What about Fulco, the lamp maker? Doesn't he make you lamps? Yeah, actually, I read the whole thing, too. I was curious to see what she had to say about your game. It's pretty nice. I also agreed with her point about you don't really get to build your own army. It's just kind of like scripted points when the bots get to join. I'm so sorry. I'm so terribly, terribly sorry. Bing bang, young lady, let's smash. Oh, Biddy, thank heavens you're here. Not what I expected to hear from you. What's going on? Oh, please, don't say that. It's just a trifle. Could you help me a bit, clever and lovely sister? Go on. I struck a deal with the White Rose Keepers. In exchange for Rose, I must clear the field of rocks. Isn't that a good deal? However, I don't see you working hard to do your part. Oh, Biddy, these rocks are huge. I can't make them budge. You have to help me. You just have to. What if I do? Oh, my lovely and wonderful baby sister, I'll do anything you ask in return. We'll see. Didn't I smash him? Oh, I gotta smash him even more. Making them all a customizer would have blown up the scope. Yeah, I understand that. Alright, smash them up for you. Oh, thank heavens, you're so handy with that mattock of yours. Bing bang, young lady. Now, you said you'd do anything I ask if I help. Oh, I did. I must have spoken in great agitation, and thus, give me the rose from your hair. Pardon me? You heard? Give me the rose. Or would you rather I come up with a more troublesome request? Fine, fine, here it is. What a bothersome twit. Please don't trouble Miss Alyssa, our diligent new field worker. God, I can smash any rock. Oh, did she? That's a nice touch. I mean, it makes sense. I'm gonna go all the way back there just to double check. Yep, she sure did. Oh, can't talk to the dead bones. Don't touch the bottles. If you do, I, Gozo, will rip your fingers off one by one. Said not to touch the bottles. Oh, that's just an empty bottle. Go ahead. Gotta appreciate. Yeah, it's a nice touch. Guess I'll get all the empty bottles. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but I'll take them anyways. Don't touch the damn bottles. Can I antagonize? Oh, holy shit! I wish I wasn't skipping through it. Wait, can I trigger it again and not skip through the text this time? Alright, that does it. Prepare to feel the wrath of Gozo! Alright. My, what strong arms you have. What vigorous legs. You look like a lass who could strangle a bull. Yep, another nice little detail. Yeah. See, it's like the opposite of. Yeah, I still got my fingers. It's kind of like the opposite of the problem I was talking about with the previous project, where it's like in the previous project you had a lot of small annoyances that add up to a big problem over time. But with this, it's kind of like a bunch of small details that add up to a really nice. Yeah, speaking of bad for your health, thanks, Fortuna. I mentioned this earlier. I was suffering a pretty rough headache earlier today. I've recovered at this point. I took a nice long nap, but things are still a little bit foggy for me. You get the point I'm trying to make. Whatever. You understand what I'm saying. You know, a bunch of small details add up to nice bonus points for the game. Whatever. You insult me, but since you're plainly a genius, I'll be upfront. You are correct. You see, this quadrangle is choked with shrubbery, and I'm tasked with clearing it out. Just drink more. No, I wasn't hung over. Boy, sober. Never get headache easy. Yeah, I have a friend just like that. But no, I've mentioned this before. I'm not a heavy drinker. I really only drink on stream. And when I go out with aforementioned friend. I don't think I have the time. No, please. I'm destined for things greater than cutting these plebeian thickets. If you help me, I'll let you have everything I own. I guess so. Do I have a way to help it? Just cut down these big shrubs here. Have my scythe. Okay, there we go. Shack. It's the hour. Is the hour of reaping here? Shack. Don't mind the stupid thing. It always says that. Use the magic scythe. You need only to walk up to the thicket and press Z or enter. Or space. Doesn't mean much if you drink a week's worth of alcohol during a stream. One beer! One beer, asshole! Don't you start with me. Can I? No, probably not. Never mind. There we go. I guess that's enough. Well done. I'll let you have everything I own. However, all I own is the dumb talking scythe. It's yours now. Enjoy your reward. Shick shack, reaping this, reaping that. May I never see it again. Was the walking animation on before? Yeah, I can. You're correct about that. Might as well head that direction. Let's break this rock. Yep, it even reminds me. There we go. Good heavens, is it you, Biddy? If I didn't know any better, I'd say that voice belongs to my big sister, Agatha. Oh, it does, Biddy, it does. How come you're locked up there? Biddy, you have to help me, but first you have to understand I'm innocent. Sure you are. Oh, Biddy, I knew you'd be on my side. Now quick, get me out of this grimy cell. Just a moment, I want something in return. What? Oh, Biddy, you horrible mercenary, I'm your sister. I think I'll leave. Good, fine, just go. Alright, so what do you want for my freedom, you heartless dog? Just the rose from your hair. Oh, that. Well, you can have it. It's a deal. Now, just give me a minute. Don't worry, I'm working on it. I don't think I'm working on it. I get this feeling I'm not working on it. So, did I get the rose? I only have one rose. So maybe I am working on it. Alright, I'll try talking to the jailers. We're gonna caught a vile criminal. She tried to steal the roses, but she is safely locked up now. Nah, they're not saying anything different. Maybe I need one more thing to open the gate. Let's smash some rocks. I would guess you need some alcohol, seeing how they got a bunch. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. So maybe I need to go back to that lady who didn't want me to touch the bottles. What do you say? Andrews hates me anyways. Maybe he wouldn't have agreed with the picnic. Maybe he could bring him something. I know he's hungry and thirsty and it makes him sour. I'll see what I can do. Chest. He took out a strange flute. Teet toot, who shall I serenade today? Who shall we charm today? Teet toot. Use a magical flute. Walk up to your target and presses. Okay. But what is my target? That's the question. Who am I fluting for? Am I fluting for people? Oh, I can't break this rock. Just stop pestering me. Can I bother him as well? Seems like I can't. No entry. I can break that rock. Aw, how come I can't break this one? Okay, so what do I use the flute for? Oh, wait. Maybe, the booze lady. Where's the booze lady? Is the booze lady here? I don't think the booze lady was here. Is here. Okay, maybe not. Alright, well, I'll try your idea. Serenade the jailers. Let's try that. So usually with the other items, like a little message prompt would pop up when you can use it in that area, right? So I expect the flute to talk whenever I find the correct room that I can use it in. What's this way again? Oh yeah, that. Okay. Yeah, I did. I don't think I can use it anywhere. What about on those bones? Hey, look at that. I can use it on the bones. Toot toot. Who sleeps when I play? Wake up, rise. Sorry, sir. Ma'am, I didn't mean to. What are you up to, little rascal? Sneaking down in the cellar for a little nightcap? That it? No, sir, ma'am. I'm looking for roses. Roses, you little rascal? Is that what you young ones call it these days? Call what? Brandy, you little rascal. The water of life. No, I really mean I'm looking for roses. Where is my brandy? I have some brandy. I'm out of beer. I should get my brandy. Oh yes, I'll help you get your bottle of roses. You'll see, I'll help you out. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's not serenading. You serenade someone. I guess it would be a lullaby, but whatever. Anyways, yeah. That is not where my mind went. What? Come to me, yes, sir. Got brandy. Can I get all of it? Can I take all of it? Oh, whoa, whoa. I didn't know that was a pillar. Okay. Oh, no. Is she dead? What happened here? I see you got the roses. You got your roses. Why, a little nightcap before the long sleep. Nothing better. Did she fucking die? What is this? Can I wake up the skulls at the bottom of the well? Where was that again? Just out of curiosity. Hey! What damnable knave is torturing a pig? Stop this whining, stop it now. Amazing! Music that will pull even the dead from their reverie. Now that I'm awake, do you have any work to be done? Work is the spice of life. Can't think of anything, sorry. Maybe you should just rest, old-timer. Old-timer? Huh? Old-timer. Black Rose Guardian should probably be doable now since you got brandy and bread to feed him. No need to occupy the chat room when SG is around here. Yeah, I see that. Mr. Orc keeps it lively. Though you're also welcome to, you know, chat if you feel like it. Let's go to this guy. I brought you something. Bread! And isn't that a bottle of Gozo's #1? Why did you conceal that you had this treasure? That's a nice meal. My belly is full and warm. Glad to hear it. Now, I don't mean to sound calculating, but I would really like a dark rose. After such a meal, my body's fulfilled, but my soul yearns for nourishment still. Very well, what does your soul want? Don't talk to me so crassly. Speak instead in the soft tongues of poetry. Read something. I have some strange poetry, apparently. I don't remember picking that up. Crossroads, cobwebs of age, I ebb as the sea and roar, my mood, the body's humors. Ugh, does that really pass for poetry nowadays? Second rate, absolutely second rate. Okay, alright, fair enough. Dude, Andrus is a man of culture, bring him poems, bring him music, dude. Where can I cut a vial? Okay. Can I talk to that bird? No. Or dear, you look starved to death. It's a handful of breadcrumbs. That's all they left me, jerks. You have some breadcrumbs. Ah, thank you, my lady. You can speak. I'm no ordinary bird, my lady. I'm the Prince of Canaries. And to thank you for feeding me, I'll teach you the language of birds. Oh, I thank you, your highness. Use your knowledge well. My kin may look insignificant, but they have much wisdom to share. I promise. And, forget it, my lady. Farewell. Alright, so can I talk to the birds now? Hello, I'm looking for roses. Easy, just fly south over the walls. But not yet time for rose hips. I'm sorry, but I can't fly. Too bad. There's something over there. The poor little weed all shriveled up. How thirsty it looks. I got some booze. I got a lot of booze. You want some booze? Can I take water? There we go. The poor little weed all shriveled up. How thirsty it looks. Biddy water the plant. If waff, I live, take me. Let's spread fragrant desire among all. Got the herb. To wear the magic herb, press X. To enter the menu, then select the herb and press Z. Repeat the process to remove the herb. Is it just like a cosmetic? When in your hair, it has an irresistible scent. With waff, who can resist this wondrous odor? Okay, so not a cosmetic. I don't know. Talk to the guards again. What is this? Rosemary? Bergamot? Lavender? Let me get another noseful. Oh, I see. It like pulls NPCs near you? Oh, so I could have gotten brandy that way too. Can I bring them over there? Would they help at all if I brought them over there? Feel like they wouldn't. Stealing all the brandy. Yes. Do I take it off? Okay. Oh, but I think I know. where I might be able to use this. Game's longer than expected. You should try and finish this, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice. That is one of the people I thought I could move, but not the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of this one. Yeah, there we go. Inside the chest, but he found a strange key. Click, clack, beware, lid, gate, and lock. With me in your pocket, there's no better knick-knack. Okay. Alright, now we can open gates. So... I know I can go to that one right over there, but I'm more excited to just go ahead and finally open this gate over here. There we go. Oh, Biddy, you're a clever dear. Your rose, please. So about that, when I said what I said, I meant that I can just as quick walk out and lock you up again, vile demon, vampire, bloody dog. Here's your rose. Thank you, Agatha. Alright, we got one. Yeah, the jailers were useless, yeah, the whole time. Alright, let's go to the other gate. Yep, that one. Oh, is that the other rose? I need to grab 3 roses, right? That's 3. Check if her rose is gone too. I'm pretty sure it's gone, buddy. But alright, I'll do it for you. Indeed it is. Yeah, I need the black one. You're right about that. I thought it said 3 roses. I need to find poetry, that's right. Okay, so where am I going to find poetry? So down here... Okay. It would be nice if I had like a map or something. Ah, here's a locked door. Let's take this thing off. Excuse me, but how did you get in? Never mind, sorry I asked, please leave me alone. What's going on? I see you don't want to talk about it, but please let me do something to help. I appreciate it, young miss, but I'd rather you left. Oh, he's bird up in the tree. Yeah, I'm wondering if the birds just give hints, though. I'll talk to it later, though, if I see one. Oh. Who plays so sweetly? Toot me. Aren't you a sweetheart? And how is my husband? Is he well? I think he is depressed. Depressed? Oh dear, isn't he making his lamps any longer? He used to love making lamps. I don't think he is. Oh, that won't do. Hey, little one, there's a song that I'd like to hear. Toot, I can play them all. Ooh. I feel like we're getting kind of close, so I'll go ahead and keep playing. It's a well-worn book. Got a book of poetry. What's that song? I don't know. I've never heard it before. I have. It's a music of fire. It's calling for me. I think it's time to make a lamp. The lamps are done. Our garden is lit again. Right on. Got the white rose. Let's see if this book of poetry solves this dude. Let's see what the bird has to say. Hello, fool, hello. Yeah, that's nothing. sappy poetry. Oh, sweet Lenore, your golden hair the wind does blow and make my cheeks aflame with fallen glow. Ah, how wonderful. My soul is transported truly, really, absolutely. Now, how did it go? Something like this. D-D-D. D-D-D-D. No, wait. D-D-D. D-D-D. No, wait. That's it exactly. Oh, the music of my bright childhood young miss. You are the enchantress. Oh. I can never thank you enough for the feelings you've awakened in me. Let this be an insignificant token of my gratitude. Got the dark rose. Okay. So, now I think I have all the roses, right? Yeah, I think that's it. So, that may be the end. Let's go find out. Take care, my wonderful daughter. Return victorious. Once you've the roses, place them in the urn. Okay, alright. Yes, beware, your quest ends once you have presented your collection. Proceed? Proceed. Well done, daughter. You have brought me roses of wonderful beauty. Indeed, who among my daughters could have done this but you? The contest is now decided. I name Elisabetta my heir. Hold up, that is not fair. I was wrongfully imprisoned and could not get the roses in time. If I had been free... You are free. Who freed you? Who commands your rose? I yield. I demand justice as well. I was helping our people, which set me back in getting the rose. But the needs of our people should come before any selfish contest. And who helped you, sister? Whose rose is this? Well, fine, I yield. Whatever your grievance is, my word is final. After me, Rosenklan shall be ruled by Elisabetta. After her mother's passing, Elisabetta became the ruler of the Rosenklan. She was clever mistress whom few could outwit. Her elder sisters were unhappy with her rule, but Elisabetta made peace with them, giving each a garden of her own to... I clicked next too fast. Elisabetta became a great queen, and during the reign, the dark world of roses prospered and grew. So ends our story. Feels very NES. There we go. We reached the end. Ah. Yeah, it's a finished game day. That may change with maybe the upcoming games. We'll have to see. But yeah, actually, honestly, I really like that. I also kind of feel like maybe thinking back on when I reviewed Miss Alice Gristle's first game that I had ever played by her back in IGMC, I may have potentially been really unfair to it. I remember not liking it very much. But I don't remember much else about it. I don't know. I feel like I need to go back and watch that. Yeah, that one was good. That one was really good. Alright, so let's add it to the list here. Rosenklan. Published. It's just a few days ago, right? So probably 2023. 14 days ago. On the new year? Would that place it on the new year? Oh no, December 30th. Yep, alright. So 2022. 12. And that was play. Actually, I'll tell you what, let's just copy paste. No. Is it RM? Yes. Commercial game? No. Quality store page? Not really. No. Polish? Yeah, it had the nice polish in there. I'll give it to that. But RIP accessibility point. Yep, bye-bye accessibility point. I'm going to give it the clarity point. I do feel like the flute was a little bit like a lot of the stuff made sense. Like there was kind of an intuitive sense to a lot of things. The flute was the only one that was kind of like moon logic abstract. I'm going to give it the point like I said, but I do think the flute, as far as clarity goes, is probably the weakest one as far as clarity is concerned. Balance, yeah, it's fine. Unique identity, it's got that Alice Gristle identity. And technical, it worked. Wow, we have a 5. There aren't many of those. And it could have been a 6 if you just put in fucking Yawnfly's keyboard config. Oh, no. Alright. I don't really need to pee. Clarity was I fell. The flute was a little weird, but you didn't get lost for long. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I was saying. I don't know. I'll use the toilet anyways, just so I don't have to interrupt later. And I'm gonna get my brandy since I'm out of beer now. Get my brandy. So let's take a short break. We'll bring up some music. What do we got? What's that? We got Dungeon Rummage music? Why is that there? Why is Dungeon Rummage music there? Who'd fucking listen to that? That's just fucking weird. Yeah, I've mentioned this before too, is I think YouTube provides like a variety of settings. I think there's like 4 or 5 different options you can set for how quickly chat is caught up, like the delay between the stream and the chat. And I have it set to like a more medium kind of thing, because the faster it is, the more buffering is going to be required. So you need faster internet. And I just don't want people to have to constantly be buffering during a live stream. So I've set it to a more moderate amount. We'll do my final boss music, because I really like my final boss music. I'm really proud of this one. It's a good one. It's a really good one. Alright, anyways, short break. Yeah, my history with music is fucking weird. So like technically, like I got my start with music technically when I was in like middle school, junior high school, whatever you want to call it. I was in 6th grade. Because, you know, there's like the school band. And so, I mean, technically that's like when I got started with music. I was in the school band through middle school and high school. But actually, I moved to a much, much smaller school like later on, and when I was in high school. And they didn't have like a school band. They did have a school jazz band because, you know, a jazz band, you don't need a full like orchestra and stuff like that. It's just like 5 members. And so I was a drummer for the school's jazz band there. But that was really way more part-time. That was extracurricular. It wasn't like one of my courses that I was taking. And then after school, I really kind of, like all of my live music performance and stuff, like I kind of stopped doing, and then I kind of started getting more into like music production, stuff like that. And like my really early stuff was just fucking weird. I still have it. It's still available. Let's see if I can't bring it up. If we go to my Bandcamp, it's gonna be, yeah, Nephilim novel. There we go. And we go all the way back here to, actually this one. My really old music is weird. Oh, it's not gonna, that's okay. I can. The way you interpreted a 5-minute delay from my part is weird. It's not gonna work. I have to turn off like plugins and stuff because Bandcamp is weird. But if I just go to, it doesn't really matter. Hang on. You also can't see it anyways. I just realized that, so that's totally fine. Let's just turn off that. I think that's the one that causes problems with Bandcamp. Let's see. Maybe I need to refresh the page. And there we go. Like, this is like some really super old stuff that I used to do. Let's skip forward. My music has always been kind of jank, especially during the early years, was super fucking jank. I think if anyone who listened to my music at this time probably saw no future for me in music if they listened to this stuff. Like, it's really long. And then later, it's, I don't know. Oh, you got that arpeggiator? It's kind of a pretty bumping arpeggiator, but I don't know. Production is really weak on this. I don't know. My old stuff was pretty bad. Pretty bad. I wouldn't have saw a future in music if this is like, if I listened to someone else play this, I would have been like, I don't know, man. Maybe start looking for another career path. And you know what? Actually, that's true. It's not like I'm a successful musician. It's not like I'm earning money from this. No one knows who the fuck I am as a musician. So maybe my thoughts about this are true. Maybe back then when I was doing this, I should have been looking for a different career path. See, where's some of my other old stuff. So this was just like a collection of like a bunch of random songs I eventually released on my Bandcamp. These I'd released on my SoundCloud like, I don't know, ages ago over the years. But you know, SoundCloud as a free user, you're only allowed 2 hours of music, and so I didn't really want to pay the monthly fee to upload more, especially when no one's listening to my shit. Like, why would I pay if no one's listening to it? So, you know, I just kind of collected I took all that stuff down from SoundCloud and just kind of dumped it here. So this is like just a random assortment of whatever the fuck. I think like this one was one of my most popular songs for a while. It actually had, for me, as no one, had pretty reasonable listens to it. Let's kind of skip forward a little bit. I have no idea why. Yeah, and then it's kind of like as time goes by, I think the music just gets weirder and weirder. Let's see if I can find, let's see, which one of these? Yeah, like this one, actually, this one You like it more than my recent stuff? Oh, no. I'm heartbroken. Well, like I was saying, it gets weirder as we go on. So maybe I was more level-headed here. And as time proceeded on and no one was listening, I was like, I gotta fucking do it like this! Like here, you can hear me sing. This is when I started getting into like my more industrial, like heavier stuff. This was like one of the first ones I did that kind of had that heavy feel to it. I also played the guitar in it. I sing and play the guitar. Little of column A, little of column B. I'm not ready to hear myself sing. I'm not ready. It's pretty bad. Guitar riff is pretty cool. I miss that guitar. It's funny because I wound up like remixing this one a lot. It has several versions on it because I was proud of it. I remember one day, this is like stuck out in my head. It was like a big moment for me. My brother, which he and I, you know, we didn't get along so very much. He always kind of thought my music was weird, but there was one day he was really fucking drunk, but he came up to me and he was like, brother, this song is so fucking cool. And from that moment, I was like, this is it. I think maybe it's because of him saying that. Maybe it's because he said that about this one song is why I started really veering off into like this industrial kind of heavy sort of metal-like kind of stuff. So there's like a remix of it as well, which is like this drum and bass kind of thing. Well, then later, because I really hated my singing because it was terrible. I did it when I was doing when I was like really into like Vocaloid stuff. I remade it, but with the Vocaloid. So so here it is again. I also added like a new section to it as well. Music quarter. I'm heartbroken, man. You've broken my heart saying you don't know what I'm doing with my music nowadays. Oh, man. So anyways, yeah, I had my weird... I mean, this is when things kind of really started going off the rails. Like, here's my first, like, public Vocaloid thing, and like I think I kind of hate the Vocaloid stuff more than I hate like my old stuff. Some of this old stuff I still enjoy. Like these last 3 songs here, I still occasionally listen to. Like It Has to Happen is a really dumb song. It's really dumb, but I love it because it's dumb. This is also like more of the heavy kind of stuff. Thanks. Thanks, Fortuna. Oh, what I sent you specific? Oh, you're talking about what? Okay, all right. So I want you to take note. What has been present in all of these songs? Like, I'm just gonna play through a handful of these, and you tell me what you hear in like all of these. I'm gonna skip to the middle. Okay, not there. Okay, is there any audio here? Where did the fuck? Oh, is it because I opened up Reaper? Oh, there it is. What do you hear? Let's go to another one. Okay, bad example. Okay, also still a bad example. There we go. All right, let's go to another one. I don't know what the fuck is going on in that song, but anyways. Okay, there's two common elements that are showing up a lot. One of them I was only intending. Yeah, I don't have... Okay, I have a bass guitar, and like as far as like real live instruments go, I have a bass guitar. Which I haven't used since my album that I released Holy shit, it's almost been 2 years since I released it. Oh my god, time is flying by. Anyways, wow, life just hits you. Anyways, I haven't used it since I was working on my album, because the like bass stuff that happens in fiddle is way more, like, way above my skill level. And then I have my shitty piece of shit MIDI keyboard here. I hate this fucking thing, by the way. Like, I don't understand all of the fucking, like, musicians, all the bedroom producers like myself are all like, oh my god, yeah, that Akai MIDI keyboard is the best fucking thing ever. Like, you should get it. That's why I got it. And I hate this fucking thing. I don't know why they love this thing so much. I hate this thing. So I rarely use it. I despise this thing. So this is it. I have this piece of shit here, and I have a bass guitar that is collecting dust in my bedroom. So, like, most of my music has always been synth related. I do have libraries, but libraries are not a real instrument. They are pretending to be a real instrument. I can show you right here. Here is your song. So I was doing some work for Mr. Orc. This is what I came up for him. And let me just show you. Here's your guitar right here. It's not a real guitar. I mean, it is a real guitar, but it's not like a real... well, it is also a real person, but it's a pre-recorded real person playing the guitar. Yeah, all right, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I do think I'm versatile. Again, going back to just running through a bunch of songs here, you'll also notice that there's quite a variety in the styles. I mean, this is like techno, but then we had, like rock back here. It's just, here's the thing, right? I'm versatile, but I'm also not good at doing specific genres. The thing is I think a lot of my music has always tended to be some sort of like live genre fused with techno. That's what happens when you've grown up listening to fucking Euro dance and all sorts of weird 90s, underground trance and techno shit. That's just what happens. I grew up as an emo boy who listened to a lot of trance and techno. So you get a lot of metal influence, you get a lot of like weird old school techno influence in there. So that's just what happens. So, but all of my stuff is like had that kind of fusion in there. And you, Mr. Orc, hamstring me by saying, that synth is weird. I don't like that synth. When I think that synth phrase is fucking rad. Let's bring that synth phrase back in. Let's show off what's going on here to the masses. So we'll turn off the guitar, turn on the synth, turn off guitar, turn on synth, and turn off the doubler, turn on... Wait, no, I think the doubler stays on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the doubler stays on. And here, leave the doubler on, turn off the guitar, there we go. Oh, the whole fucking thing is muted. I actually really like that melody too. It's fucking cool, man. I like how that sounds. To me, this is a pretty cool song. I mean, it's very rough. There's not a lot going on here. We have our drums, right? And then we have, our bass. And then we have a nice little organ in there. I do kind of want this organ to do more. One of the things I was listening to with the Perry tune, and also like Perry tune reminded me a lot of Star Ocean, the last Hope? Is that what it is? It's number 4. I don't remember what Star Ocean 4 is called. What is Star Ocean 4? Star Ocean 4. 4. Yeah, it is The Last Hope. Some of the dungeons in this game had a very similar vibe to some of Perrytoon stuff. They also had that like rock organ in there, and the rock organ is like doing all sorts of cool, funky stuff. And so right now, this organ is just kind of like hitting chords, and that's it, which is kind of boring. So. Yeah, so I would like that to do a little bit more. And then, of course, we have the guitar going on there. You also have this really cool rising action to it. You should like this track better than Fidel. Come on, it's got the guitar, it's got the rock organ, we got the, well, I don't know about the bass. The bass is pretty funky. What I was trying to do, see, here's the thing, is I was trying to emulate what Perrytoons did, and I will admit, here's one thing that I'm really bad at, and I've tried, I know this from experience because there's times when I listen to a song and I really like something that they're doing in the song, and I try to do exactly that. And anytime I try to emulate someone else's music, I'm never satisfied with the results. It always sounds kind of jank. It sounds like a, knockoff of what I'm trying to do. When it comes from a more pure, place of inspiration, it's usually, I think, results in a better song. So, unfortunately, what I was trying to do was emulate Perrytoon. I'm not Perrytoon, and also the thing is, I think Perrytoon, it sounds to me that Perrytoon plays the guitar himself. Without a real guitar myself, I can't really do what he does. I've really considered actually buying a guitar, if I'm being honest, because first of all, I miss having a guitar. But that aside, yeah, if I try to emulate what he does, I don't think the results are ever going to be satisfying. Or as explained in layman's terms, you sound too futuristic. I mean, I guess I understand that. I mean, we could make it more futuristic if we let's throw this on. Actually, this is probably going to sound terrible because it's not mapped the same way. Let's go to drums. This is going to sound all sorts of wacky. What is it going to sound like? I don't know what to expect. Where's... We'll go with an electric... No. I want a pop kit. There we go. I don't know what this is going to sound like. It's going to sound like a fucking disaster. Oh, there we go. There's a future kid right there. Oh, the intro fucking kills me on that. Oh, you can't even fucking hear it. Okay, hang on. Let's just crank that motherfucker up. This is pretty good. I like that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There you go. There's your futuristic. That's your futuristic music right there. Okay. Anyways, All right. Well, no, this isn't a just talking stream. This is a play game stream. Holy shit! All right. All right. That's enough talking about music history. Hey, by the way, if you really do like any of the music that you like hear my old shit, none of this shit's registered with like YouTube's copyright stuff. Feel free to use it. Some of the songs I have instrumentals for. Yeah, you totally did. You railed the entire stream. I was gonna say it may be possible for me to get the instrumentals for some of these songs, but that's not true. I don't think some of these songs are so old. I don't think it's possible for me to be able to do instrumentals. But most of them are instrumentals. Some of them use samples. I only sing in 2 of them. I obviously showed you one of the ones that I sing in. So yeah. No, it's all on my Bandcamp. I'll send you the link again, sure, but it's all on the Bandcamp. So you're welcome to use those songs if you want in your game. I don't know, they're just sitting there. There's 32 songs right there. You don't listen to me. Oh man. Anyways, all right. Let's close out a Reaper here and get back on track. Okay, so next, let's try to actually focus on what this stream is about. Since I finished Rosenklan, let's just go ahead and delete that. Bye-bye, Rosenklan. So next we have Galactic Gas Station. This one looked interesting. Obviously not RPG Maker. They have a little video with it. I thought we might take a look at this. They explain here that this game was made under 48 hours for part of a collaboration with a few other game dev YouTubers. Thought we might just take a peek at this video. It's 24 minutes long. We're definitely not going to watch that full thing. In fact, let's see. Who is this guy? This is Thomas Stewart. So it looks like they've marked sections for each contributor. So let's just jump to his section, which is at the very end.
6 games, 1 asset pack, and 6 developers.
There we go.
6 games, 1 asset pack, and 48 hours. Over the Christmas break, myself and 5 other game devs were kindly provided access to the Sci-Fi Worlds pack by Cinti Studios, which is just a gargantuan pack. There's over 1,200 prefabs. This includes like vehicles, props, buildings, terrain, skyboxes. It's a really good pack. What's better yet is that for the next 2 weeks, if you use the link in the description, you can get an exclusive discount on.
Okay, we don't want the advertisement.
Amongst our well-deserved festive rest, we set aside 48 hours to work on our games. Keep in mind, the 48 hours was a maximum, not a minimum, so some people couldn't fill the full 48 hours, probably too busy stuffing themselves with turkey and chocolate. I know I was. In this video, we'll see what each dev managed to create and how they used their allotted time. So without further ado, let's get into it, starting with yours truly.
Okay, well, we're not going to start with yours truly. Oh, it's interesting. This person has 9,000 subscribers, but only 515 views. Though technically it was only premiered 10 hours ago. I mean, that's kind of like a percentage viewership, probably similar to my channel. But there's a ton of people who are subscribed to my channel that, I don't know, they're like old accounts that probably subscribed to my channel long, long ago when I used to do like anime reviews and stuff on this channel. And have long since left YouTube or whatever. And so they're just remnants. So like I would say the active subscribers on my account is probably much smaller than the whatever 800 number that I have. And I sort of feel like maybe that's the same thing here, like percentage wise, 9,000, basically 10,000 subscribers and 500 views. Pretty whack. Anyways, let's jump to, that's not the end. Let's jump here to the end. Thomas Stewart is the guy that we're going to be looking at today.
My name's Thomas, and I'm a game developer and YouTuber, and I got invited into this collaboration project to create a game using the Cinti Sci-Fi Asset Pack, which is super cool, so let's dive into it.
This game project was a ton of fun to work on. I was a little bit limited on time with my holiday schedule, but I was able to put together a fun project in a relatively little amount of time. It doesn't have a win or lose condition, so I'll call it more of a simulation than a game at this point. But let's jump into it. I've used Cinti's assets in the past, so I was really looking forward to finding out what was in the sci-fi pack. So I quickly created a new Unity project and imported the assets to take a look. Okay. Yep.
How long is this section?
Yep. This is going to be...
Yeah, I noticed that too. Really blue eyes. It's only 3 minutes long. Let's go ahead and watch what he does here.
We'll be in here. I already have a good idea. Let's get going on this. I was really excited to see the variety of vehicles in the asset pack, and I immediately had an idea for the kind of game I wanted to make. But before I started building anything, I wanted to write out a few ideas so I had a clear vision for what I wanted to make.
Alright, how many fucking RPG devs fucking do this shit right here? Who actually writes their fucking ideas out like this? Let's go back. Hang on. He like answered like the core. Yeah. Right here, game ideas, space theme, gas station, refuel ships, upgrade pumps. Like you have like your fucking core, your core concepts right there. What is it? Your pillars of your game design, like right there. Cut the scope, very important. How many fucking developers, Mr. Orc, actually write out what their core pillars are to their game design like that? I don't even do it for my own game. I've mentioned this before that, like, especially as a solo dev, and I know you do this too. Usually this kind of stuff doesn't really help me much because most of it's up here. If there's something I feel like I forget, I do write it down, but it's scattered in all sorts of different like text documents and stuff. Almost every RM dev you know writes shit down. Really? No, I mean I write a ton of stuff down, but it's not organized like this. Like if I go here, let's go to my like assets folder. Where is it? I have like this fiddle text document here, which just like is a mess. If it has the X next to it, like here, that means I've already like implemented that. This is all dialogue. A lot of this is just dialogue for different texts or quests and stuff. So yeah, you know, there's some stuff written down. There's also like random notes on my phone that are like not included here, but most of the stuff just stays in my head. Anyways.
I wanted to write out a few ideas so I had a clear vision for what I wanted to
make. Yeah, cut the scope. There it is.
I set to work setting up the scene and getting some basic functionality working. I grabbed a cool looking barge prefab to use as a gas station and started scripting some logic to get the ships to fly to the gas station. And it was working exactly how...
See, sorry, I need to pause it so I can read what you said. General story layout, entire fucking stat sheets for every encounter, character backgrounds and whatnot. I write down. Yeah. All right, I'll agree with that. Yeah, and I'll be fair here too. Like for my own like dream game that I have. Let's see if I can find that. Probably not. Probably so. Here it is. For the dream game that will probably never happen, I have a fucking long ass document explaining all sorts of concepts for the game and how to execute on it. Level design and all sorts of shit. None of this stuff is gonna happen, but it was fun writing it down. Maybe one day I'll get around to this. In recent months, I haven't updated this, but even still, after I continued like my current fiddle project, I was still updating this document, but not so much now. Let's see what the actual fuck. A creator without Excel files can really go. Guy who wrote down an entire fucking book. Yeah, yeah. For a game that's not gonna exist for a very long time. I don't have that many Excel files either.
First try without any issues. Then I set my sights on improving the scene aesthetic a bit. So I threw in some more assets, made some big.
To be fair, that's just for that imaginary game. Obviously, my current game, I barely have anything written down for it. Because as I mentioned before, it started out mostly as a tech demo anyways, so my main goal when I started it was to just further learn how to make RPG Maker games, really. Or it was really more like just learn how to do game design. And it's kind of ballooned. You know, I didn't do what this guy wrote down. I didn't cut the scope. I constantly reminded myself that's outside of the scope of this game, but even as I constantly reminded myself that's outside of the scope of this game, it's still ballooned quickly. Thanks, Colosso. It's what you should write down. Fuck you.
Ships had somewhere to go and wouldn't collide with each other. I also decided to have the player control one of these tugboat ships, so I got a simple controller for that working. This next part was pretty fun to implement. I threw in another asset that I had called Obi Rope, which lets me define rope-like objects in the game, and I thought that this would be a perfect way to implement a hose for the fuel. And this is what I came up with, which looks pretty good in my opinion. I gave the hoses a material that looks almost organic, like they're giant worms or something, and the hose undulates as if a liquid is moving through it. And then of course, the end of the hose spews out particles. I also added in the ability to grab the end of the hose and drag it around. At this point, I took another pause from gameplay and gave the scene another facelift. I wanted to focus on environmental storytelling and fleshing out the area to look like it could be an actual establishment. The Cinti asset pack made this so easy too. It was fun to drag stuff in and see what fit and what I could use. It made iterating on the level design.
Can you imagine if asset pack creators for RPG Maker like sponsored fucking creators like this? Just let's see what kind of game, you know, Kokoro Reflections sponsored this game, gave us the asset pack to see what kind of crazy game we could make with their newest asset pack. It'd be,
As you can see here,
be terrible.
bugs with multiple ships claiming the same parking spot, but I got that mostly sorted out eventually. The last
The red thing is coming.
on the ships where we can get the fuel goes to.
It's not where my mind went, but okay.
Then I wrote some code to swap materials when the ship is fully fueled, so it would obviously transition from red to green when it was fully fueled. Then I did some more playing around with post-processing effects. And then I
Too much bloom.
so it felt a bit more floaty and had a flame effect coming out the back. And then I pretty much called it a day. So now you can fuel ships as they come in, and if you don't tend to them after a certain amount of time, they get angry and fly off. Like I said before, there's no win or lose condition, and I didn't have time to implement any upgrades, but
Of course my mind goes there.
I definitely had a lot of fun with this one. I'm glad I got to be a part of this project. If you want to watch me play,
Okay, I don't want to hear your advertisement. All right, your post-processing reminds me of the fucking Wind Waker HD remake. What is it? Wind Waker HD. Just the amount of excessive bloom. It's like someone took Vaseline and just smeared it across the camera. I remember the I don't know, the Nintendo Direct around this, they're saying, wow, now it's like the world looks so bright, like the sun is so shining, it's shining so bright now, and it's like, I miss the clean aesthetic of before. Why do you have to smear so much shit on the screen? Yeah, man. I don't mind bloom, but this, and where is it? This, it's too much. It's too much. A little bit goes a long way. Okay, I definitely agree with the motion blur. I like the lens flare. Usually, there's sometimes where it gets into like Michael Bay level. Is it Michael Bay? No, it's J.J. Abrams. J.J. Abrams. How do you spell it? Like that? No, it's with an H, right? Yeah, right there. Lens flare is the second term. When you get to J.J. Abrams' level of lens flare, I totally understand wanting to disable it. Alright, let's not derail this stream anymore. Where the fuck is the game? Alright, Unity doesn't like it. I gotta open it here. If I open it on the other screen, then, or if I double click it on the other screen, then it'll open on the other screen. I'm in the camp of my character's eyeballs are not cameras. Fuck your lens flares. Alright, I understand. I double clicked it. Oh, that's the crash handler. My bad. Okay, we just jump right on into it, huh? Alright, what are the controls? Alright, so it's kind of like tank controls. So A and D turn the boat, and then W and S reverse the boat. Okay, and E just grabs the nearest. Alright. Fair enough. What do I do? Yeah, it's like a 3-minute showcase, yeah. We just the entire game on the video. Oh, okay, I see. So I want to bring these to the barges. Okay. It's kind of awkward to control the tank controls. Oh. Oh, and that's it. All right. Yeah, I'm not even gonna start the timer for this one because I think we've kind of experienced the gist of this game. Okay, it just automatically attaches. Finally back to quality background noises. Do you hear those quality background noises? There's tons of them. I keep wanting to push E to like attach the hose to the ship, but it just does it automatically. Oh, there's two ports on that ship. Yeah, fuel is falling down in space with 0 gravity. Good point. I wonder if I can connect 2 hoses to it since it has 2 connection points. I sure can. And it seems to be set on a timer. So it just like went way off. Can I connect another one? Can I connect another one to this one? Get it. Oh, no. Okay. Go on. Is it connected? It's connected. All right. Can I? Ah, man. Alright, well, I think we've probably already seen the extent of this game. I mean, he only... Oh, I can't... Oh, right, it's E. I mean, to be fair, he did say that he made this in 48 hours, which is definitely a lot more than I can do. How long did it take me to make my shitty fucking maze game that was like a real piece of shit in Unity? That thing took me a couple of days to make. And it's hot garbage. So, yeah. I mean, it's pretty impressive he put this together in 2 days. But, yeah, it's definitely listening. My goodness. It's definitely missing gameplay. It's not even like a score or anything. It's just a rinse and repeat. Can I? Oh, I can't even close out of this. There's not an escape menu or anything. Didn't even have time in his 48 hours to implement an option pause menu. Alt F4. There we go. All right. Yeah. Should I even bother grading it? I don't know. I'll put it... I'm not even gonna bother grading it, honestly. I'm not even gonna bother grading it. It's not worth it. There's no reason. Yeah, okay. Alright. Let's just move on to the last game of the night. I'm always on the fence about these game jam kind of things. It's kind of cool, but on the other hand, it's not really producing anything of value. I don't know if I agree with that. Yeah, I wouldn't grade it. Yeah, there's nothing to grade. I agree. I don't think there's a lot of value to other players, not general consumers, not like what the grade is for. The grade is kind of for a more general consumer. I think other game developers, and of course the developer of the Game Jam game itself, I think it's valuable to those kind of people, to developers of to other developers of Game Jam games. Game Jam games is a good way to quickly get ideas and concepts out there. Of course, they're not going to be fully fleshed out. They're going to be missing a lot of parts to them. But it helps you explore different ideas, different concepts. Like we're talking about game development outside of RPG Maker. When you're using like Unity, I mean, I guess you could do it with RPG Maker too, but when you're using like Unity and stuff like that, maybe you're looking for a concept. And with Unity being basically just a sandbox for making games, where you could literally make any kind of game from first-person shooter to RTS to RPG to whatever, as long as you have the skills to do it. Maybe looking at some other quick concepts to kind of get an idea. Or even if you're like even if you're developing a game, maybe your game has a similar idea to a game jam, then you can look at those game ideas and see how they might have solved a problem that you're trying to overcome yourself. So that's how it helps other developers, as well as the developer themselves. Is, of course, I've always talked about, it's, we need to get people finishing more games and I guess starting less games. I don't know, I have never included that part in what I've said, but yeah, people need to start finishing more games. And so, it gets more games, more experience under your belt as someone who participates in a game jam game. So that helps you on an individual level. So I wouldn't write off game jams. It's not something I would really do, I don't think. But I think game jam games definitely, they have their place. So anyways, the whole reason why I found that one anyways was just because, I was looking for a non-RPG Maker game, and I just saw that one, seemed interesting, I guess. There's, since a lot more work tends to go into Unity games or Unreal games or pretty much any other game besides RPG Maker, it's a lot harder to find free, interesting games that are more or less complete for those type of engines. So I just kind of have to take whatever I can find. That's not hot garbage, because sometimes you get some really whack-ass garbage that's pulled out of Unity. If we go to games, like, yeah, like some of these things I don't really want to touch, honestly, which I guess is not entirely fair. I'll sometimes pick up like some of these games look really stock Unity, and I don't want to pick them up, but then again, I pick up like very RTP looking games on occasions. Just submit to being... No, I refuse. Holy shit, the number of people who have played this game. That's the thing, right? That's the money printer. I can't believe it's been this way for like when the fuck did Slenderman come out? Like, this has been like the money printing machine for basically a decade now. Is just doing like really shitty horror. That's the money printing machine, man. You want to get recognized. Look at that. Look, fucking Markiplier. Look at that. Fucking Markiplier. Playing a shitty itch.io game.
Welcome to the drive home. I know that this camera setup looks like ass, but that's because I am back home in the sense of natty. Yeah.
It's funny because, like, sometimes I want to like watch something that I don't want YouTube to I don't want to have to fucking babysit YouTube's algorithm by removing shit from my history so it doesn't start recommending me a bunch of garbage. So anytime I want to watch like a music video or whatever, I usually open up like a private tab in Firefox and go to YouTube. And so when you go to like the front page of YouTube, when you're not logged in, you see all sorts of weird shit that's recommended. And especially here in Japan, I was surprised when I went there, and on the front page was some sort of like RPG Maker horror game that was like front page. It was weird. Look at that. You just, yeah, man, you just make fucking horror game and you get, I can't believe that's still like the meta, like a decade on. I can't believe we haven't moved past this meta yet. Like Slenderman popped off, then we had Five Nights at Freddy's popped off, and then I don't know, we have like Siren Head and SCP and like it's still going, man. It's still going. Yep, that's the formula. Horror hentai. Alright, anyways. Man, you're good at derailing these streams. Let's go on. So, okay, so this game here, Sapphire City. So this is actually like an upgrade to a game I played, you know, way back when I first started doing these streams, called Project Volition. A narrative-focused game. Explore a city block, tall. So obviously, this was so long ago that this is the highlight. This is the highlight for it. Experiencing all content will take approximately. Even your typing is lagging now. No, it needed to reload itself too. Apparently YouTube wanted to reload. Anyways. Yeah, it's better than Twitch though. Yeah, so this was a long time ago when I had streamed this. Or if you'd even caught any of my. So back then, this was like using RTP stuff for RPG Maker MZ. I knew they had been sitting on the story for a while. But anyways, the developer of this game has like completely upgraded this game and has now upgraded to Sapphire City. So I guess this is technically the same game, but also not. I don't know. We'll have to see. He wanted me to go ahead and play it, so that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to check it out. It definitely looks like... yeah, it looks different than what I had played before. It looks like he's using, like, maybe the tall sprites now. Wow. And he also has these character portraits. I'm wondering how he got those portraits. Is there like a asset pack for these portraits, or did he use some sort of like program to generate them, or did he actually hire someone to? Did he commission someone? I don't think he would have commissioned someone to do those portraits. Those got to come from somewhere, either an asset pack or maybe something that generates them or something. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Maybe he'll let me know whenever he watches the stream. Where's my games? Here we go. Sapphire City in RPG Maker MZ. Let's see, does he have WASD? No. Oh, enter doesn't work either. Wait. Space doesn't work? Oh, Z does. What kind of keyboard config is this? Oh. Oh. ZQSD? Whoa, what the fuck is that? Maybe that's for a different keyboard format. That's neat. Alright. Oh, you can completely rebind it. Oh my gosh. That's like a regular rebinding menu, like a modern day rebinding menu. Oh, a ZERTY keyboard? Okay, that makes sense. Cancel. There we go. That's fine. It's weird that you can only have one confirm button, though. Because I can't use space. So it has to be E. I'm actually going to rebind that. I like E, but I also, for like RPG Maker games, I think space is just better. We don't need touch UI lighting effects, so we can leave that on. How's the volume, by the way? I didn't even check that. That seems fine. Knock it up a couple of more notches. Should be okay. Alright. Alright, so nice improved menu. Alright, they're not losing the point for accessibility. Is everything in place? Yes, we are ready to proceed. Has our contact in the guild been informed? The team is already on site. Our agent, he's been in play for a number of days. The local factions, will they fall into line? They are taking longer than expected to mobilize. If not tonight, then they'll intersect our asset when they reach the Formica district. Do we foresee any complications? Always. Be more specific. There have been a number of intrusions in our network, no major breaches. Source unknown, but it's an old, crude method of cyber espionage. I haven't seen the like in many years. Are you sure we haven't been compromised? It won't be a problem. Good. Make the call. Nice sci-fi tune. Yeah, it's funny. This looks very. The layout of the city looks very similar to before, but it's now like it's been put in dark mode or something. Have a good evening, sir. You too, and you don't have to keep calling me sir. Actually, I do. It's an employee. It's in the employee hand slate. I'm sure you've read it, as all new employees are required to. I did glance through it. I can't say it was the most riveting read. As you are new, I'll let you off. Your eye is it's not quite on point there, but just this once. There's a copy over there on the kitchen table. I expect a full summary of it tomorrow morning. You run a tight ship around here. What have I got myself into? Once you start working for Opus, there's no escape. This is my 7th year. I only meant to stay for the summer, but here I still am. Things often don't play out the way we hope, but that doesn't make us any less important. I like that. Anyways, I better be off for the evening. See you tomorrow, Mark. I mean, sir. You too, Essie. The cut in and out is a little bit jarring. I feel like it should, like, zoom out gradually. I guess that's just a matter of opinion, though. Ooh, that shadow there made me think that I couldn't cross into this for some reason. I think we need to work on this extra shadow that's happening here. Employee handbook. Oh my gosh, it's gonna make me go through all this. I don't really want to read all of this. Fortitude, professionalism, resilience, and flexibility. Please see Guild Reference Guide, Section 4, Subsection A2 for further consult Guild specific values. Consult Guild Consult. Something like that. Still not working? Nope, literally haven't got a clue what to do. These aren't my specialty. I didn't start the timer. Knew that was gonna happen. I've been forgetting the timer all day. I'm gonna actually give him the full 35 minutes. It's kind of like passing on some of the time from the previous game. The management company is short on workers. Sending me was better than nothing. That also needs to be fixed right there. Well, good luck. What is your specialty, by the way? Automatic doors, shutters, that sort of thing. Good to know. Is it? I kind of like how they did the background here. They use like some sort of dark picture parallax. So it's not just black, but instead you kind of have like this grainy background. It's kind of an interesting choice. It does look like it gets a little bit weirdly pixely down here. Finish for the day? Oh, hey, I just noticed that it does actually zoom in gradually. So then whenever you finish, it just like cuts to being fully zoomed out, which I think is a little bit jarring. I do think it really should be, like, it should gradually zoom out again. It could be quicker, so you have like, I think that was like a 60 frame zoom in. So then for it to jump back to reset, I'd probably set it to half the speed, so it'd be like 30 frames to zoom out. So you have a gradual, and then a zoop, just like that. Finish for the day, if that's all right. Of course, how's the report coming along? Almost done. We'll finish it off this evening. I'll send it through in the morning. Good, we've got to keep them happy over at Stain. Stain? I guess it's Stain. The relationship has somewhat soured as of late after the Aura piece. Any closure to figuring out why they... Oh, any closer to figuring out why they threw us under the bus? I thought we had a good relationship with them. It isn't clear. They seem to have grown a conscience. All of a sudden, we knew they had been sitting on the story for a while. I didn't realize how questionable our dealings were in Sudmerica. Questionable is a delicate way of phrasing it. I'm sure we haven't seen the real consequences for the wider company yet. Yeah, I bet. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then. There's the eye again. You gotta watch out for that eye, man. How's the head? Still hurting? It's my eyes mainly. They're feeling better, thanks. They're not swollen as they were a few days ago. The swelling has gone down. They're still sore though. Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow. Keen to shoot off, are you? Have a good evening. Yeah, you too. Yeah, if I remember correctly, if I recall, the one thing I had with this game, like, it seemed like people enjoyed this game. And in fact, I think I got quite a few views and comments about this game last time I played it, but I didn't see exactly what was so interesting about it. Like, I didn't hate it, but I also was kind of like, it's a game. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, yep, that's a game. And so far, that's the same thing. I mean, I know we're still in the same office, but I'm just wondering how much has changed since when I played it so long ago. If it's the same thing, I'll probably feel more or less the same. Hello, Mark, how's it going? It's been a while. Who's this? It's Tarek. Oh, sorry, didn't come up as you. It's been a while. You good? Yes, all good. Listen, you free for a chat over a drink? Okay, I'm pretty busy at the moment. Maybe sometime next week. I mean, tonight. I'm in town for an assignment. Dragon Bar? I know it. Give me an hour or so, and I'll see you there. Now, I'm here now. Come over. We need to chat. And yeah, I'll... Okay. Really, this song is really spamming that field mob snare. One everyone's looking for. Who's looking for what? You'll be looking soon enough. Okay, thanks, I guess. I want to bring this up. I'll pause the timer. We were talking about music earlier. There we go. We were talking about music earlier. I want to bring this up. No, let's turn... There we go. Turn that off. Field mob snare. I can only play a little bit of this, otherwise YouTube is going to harass me. So the field mob snare in recent years has become like the most overused fucking sound ever. And the thing is like 909 and 808 drums have been used to death, but I give them a pass because they are more sensible drums. The field mob snare is very distinct, and it really annoys me. So here's the origin of the most overused snare, and I really hate how frequent this snare comes up in music now. And it's funny because it sounds like that's actually, now that I think about it, it sounds like there's like a 606 snare layered underneath. So it's almost like you add this little chirp, this little chip on top of the 606 snare. So you hear that little chip kind of snare that goes in the song. It's everywhere in modern hip hop, and just in anything that has like a hop style groove to it. It's just, man, it bothers me so much because it's such a distinct snare. 606, 808, 909, they're ubiquitous, but they're nowhere near as distinct as the Field Mob snare, man. It kills me. Stop using the Field Mob snare. And I miss what you said. Those portraits are not going well with the game art. I don't know. It seems fine. It doesn't really bother me too much. It is like, there is sort of a, you know, you have your RPG Maker, RTP kind of anime cartoonish style, and then the portraits themselves are fairly realistic. So I think the game would benefit with a more realistic kind of art style, but I mean, it's not the end of the world to me. It's fine. Not tonight, mate. I'm meeting someone. He's in there waiting. Come on, man. Nothing I can do. Not tonight. There's like 3 people in there. I know the owner. Yeah, right. Beat it. Need to find a way in. Okay, that's new. Things like that throw you off. Alright, fair enough. To each their own, of course. Let's see. Let's just take a moment to examine those portraits. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, would you? What would you do? Let's get your opinion on that. What would you do for a portrait? Would you go like with a more standard anime kind of route? I sort of feel like, I don't know, anime, despite that being exactly what I'm doing in my game, is fairly overused. I suppose it would mesh more with the art style, but even then, like when you use like a high quality picture against pixel art, even if it is this 48 by 48 pixel art, it's still going to be kind of inconsistent in the style. Alright, so he says he's hungry, so I suppose I need to bring him something. There's a shop here. Can I buy some food for him? Wanna look cool, man? Yes. Oh. Alright, that's a nice touch. You get like some Matrix outfit. Alright, that's nice. I like that. I don't know, man. You got the lazily stretched large sprites that still have that ridiculously large head. You got very cartoony tiles, and then you go with the semi-realistic. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's see if we can find some dumpster food. No dumpster food for him. Alright. So, is there like a restaurant or something? There's food stuff over here. Troops, got a moment? Could use an assist. Always, mate. What do you need? The new bouncer at the Dragon's Bar won't let me in. You do have a way with bouncers? I know him. I'll sort it out. I noticed I was not capitalized again there, so it's almost feels like it's almost intentional that they don't capitalize I. Troopo! Come on in. Thanks, big man. He's with me. Cool. I mean, what I do is just having the same artist for my sprites and faces. Makes sense. Thanks, Trupo. You gonna hang around? Might as well. Now I'm here. Start the night early. Thanks again. I owe you. It's another lore dump. Yep. Sapphire's streets. Get to know your city. Since its unofficial name change in the late 2030s, Sapphire City has expanded twofold, and it's hard to keep up with the new district and street designations. The 3 official districts form the center of the city, and each has its own distinct vibe. The Estefan district is home to Stain Industries. Founded in 2025, the company quickly established itself in the infotech space and later dominating with the development of the new ubiquitous IADs throughout the city. Formica, located across the bay, a short boat trip to the cruise on the automated motorway will get you clocked off. Techies from the Estefan into the soul of the city, known for its famous night scene. Formica hosts a seemingly never-ending options for the nighttime enthusiasts. The 24-hour district is also the preferred destination of Sapphire City. Seedier than residents, but that only adds to the charm. Stick to the main streets, and you'll most likely have a safe evening. I'll divide the residence part of the town. I'll divide district is located south of the Estefan host and sprawling mega blocks with a holding in the majority of the Sapphire's populace. With recent investments courtesy of the Stein Industries, with once the decrepit residents now boast impressive renovations and amenities, rapid gentrifying areas, pushing the prices up with suburban residents, increasing sacrificing the space of the outer city, the proximity of the employment and inner city attractions. I would say English ain't the first language. I used to not capitalize my eyes either. It took me forever to fix them all. Jesus Christ, please. He's got death like that. Yeah, I think I had mentioned that in the previous version of this game. Yeah, man. Scrolling text. Whew, I'm gonna get winded having to read like that. And the thing is, I think I was able to get pretty high accuracy, more or less, on reading those words, but I didn't, like, actually ingest any of those words. I have no idea what I just read. I just spoke the words on the screen. ZQSD's French keyboard. Thanks for correcting that, like, fucking 40 minutes, not 40 minutes, but like 15 minutes into this game. Why does it say the timer is paused too, by the way? Oh, I paused it because the fucking fuel mob snare. Holy shit! God damn it! Anyways, what was I gonna say? I don't remember. I was gonna say something, but I forgot now. Oh yeah, I don't think English is this guy's first language. His name is it sounds Indian. Let's just put it that way. Hey, you're back. Can I get you a drink? Not tonight, thanks. I've got a feeling I'll need my wits about me this evening. Okay, how's the new apartment? Have you unpacked all the boxes yet? Just about. The apartment's okay, thanks. It's close to work, which is useful. Probably feeling oppressed by my overwhelming chat presence. Probably. And close to here. Have you got rid of that silly orange carpet yet? Not yet, although I'm starting to like it. I think I'm going to keep it. It'll be nice to come over and see it again. Has anyone moved into the flat above yet? Unfortunately, no. The landlord still wants me to check up on it every week, turf out any squatters. Come to think of it, I haven't looked in for a while. Should probably do that soon. Okay, well, if you change your mind about the drink, you know where I am. See you, Chrissy. It does seem like he has a lot of those portraits, so I do think he might have used some sort of generation tool, maybe, for it. For the drink, if you're up for. Sorry, Trupo, got a lot on tonight. Another time. You made it, good. Yep, it's been a while. This is all a bit short notice. I know, but it's important you came tonight. I'm here on a job. I figured you wouldn't come all this way just to catch up. Halfway across the globe just to see you? We're not that close friends. We have been through a lot together. You're not wrong. I remember Quatron all too well, although I try not to. Seeing you does bring up some memories I've been trying to forget. See, usually the asset packs don't come with that many options, though. It could be AI. I'm not perfect at discerning what's AI generated or not, especially like with like a lot of the AI generation, like Stable Diffusion, is pretty good at actually generating faces. It's kind of when you get into the finer details where things start fucking up, like hands and stuff. And of course, when you get backgrounds, you get really cool looking backgrounds, but they're also very somewhat kind of abstract. And so when it's only the face, I do think AI is pretty good at doing the face, and it's hard to say because I'm not really noticing anything. But there's also the thing that I was just saying that the AI is good at doing. Well, at least try to move on then. We have some more work to preoccupy us. I don't know, Tarek. I don't want to get dragged into anything sinister again. I'm kind of happy with everything at the moment. Kind of happy. The Opus job exciting enough for you then? Not really, but that was why I chose it. Go on then, what have you got for me? Missing girl from an important family, we need to find her. Alright, a lot of people go missing in this city. Where do we start? That said, where do we start? Stain headquarters, Stain's girls, what was her name? Faye, went missing last night. That's big, what can I do? I'm meeting with Stain shortly, I want you to come along. At their headquarters right now? Yes, right now. I'll meet you there. Here's a temporary pass to get past the checkpoint. I'll let them know you're coming. Like, does he have a portrait for this girl? Yep, portrait for her. Hey, you have a good evening? Yep, you? Yep, not bad. Okay then, see you. Yeah. Can't go that way. You have a portrait for this person? Yes, I guess so. Ah, he looks like a fucking zombie, man. Damn, Chris won't let me in the bar. Why not? After what happened the other night, I kind of lost it. A few drinks, you know, said some things probably shouldn't. Maybe take it easy for a few nights. Nah, I want to drink. Had a rough day. Why don't you head across the bay, Formica District? Formica District would sort you out for the evening. May do. Might see if things cool off here first. Seemed pretty empty in there. Chris, you might get desperate for customers and let me in. Plus, I saw Janie go in. Worth waiting it out for her. Alright, well, good luck with that. Cheers, man. Yeah, it's kind of like... It seems like all the NPCs have a portrait. Which usually, asset packs usually don't have that many options. There is something kind of inconsistent with this one here. You kind of have more like what I would maybe call like digital kind of blotches, paint blotches, while this one seems more like paint stroked, if that makes sense. So I suppose it could. This is the biggest mystery of this game. It's where the art comes from. Never quite realized. What's that? How beautiful it is. What tree? No, the reborn again. See the light. Okay, anyways. Oh, I didn't mean to talk to him. It's the only interesting part of the game thus far. Yeah. Trying to decipher where does the art come from. Oh, no pass. No pass. Here we go. Show staying guest pass. Oh, proceed. I think they expanded on this area as well. What you doing? This symbol, I've seen it before. I can't say I've seen it before. Well, that doesn't help. I'll give you... Never mind. Okay. I do remember I had a discussion about the elevator in this room. I wonder if he did anything to change it. The elevator just acted like a simple door instead of an actual elevator going up. Let's see if he actually changed it into being an actual elevator instead of just a door. Oh, here comes another scrolling text. Stain Industries welcome leaflet founded in 2026 by Peter Stain and Evelyn Moss. Stain Industries primarily ventures into the entertainment sector, met with moderate success, and the company maintained a stable existence until the dark years of the 2030s. The company quickly provided in surveillance and cybersecurity, and with contracts from the government of Canada and the Mexican alliance, Stain's Industries survived with the tumultuous years relatively intact, where the light began to emerge towards the end of the 2030s. And just, oh my god, I can't read, never mind. Currently, Stain Industries operates in 89 cities across the globe. That's all we need to know. I just started fumbling my words way too much. So just forget it. Forget it. Good evening, sir. Welcome to Stain Industries. How may I help you? Got a meeting with the big man. Guessing I just head through these elevators at the back? Certainly, sir. They are programmed to take you where you need to go. Just hop in and you'll be up in no time. Fair point, Mr. Orc. I will just skip them from now on. Thanks for the help. You look very similar to someone I work with. Down at Opus, that'll be my sister, Esso. That's it. I've only just joined myself, but she seemed nice. She is, although they don't treat her very well down there. I've tried to get her to join here, but she won't listen. She always wanted to be different to her sister. I guess that's normal. Okay, well, thanks for your help. I better get going. Certainly. Remember, just head up in the elevator and it'll take you straight up. Nope, it still kind of works like a door, but it looks a little bit more like an elevator now. Oh, it does also definitely look like we're, like, high up in the building, too. That's a nice little touch there. And once again, I like that they use this parallax like this. Although, I don't know, maybe... I don't know. It's Yeah, I don't know. That's a nice touch. I'll say that. I wouldn't get too close if I were you. That's probably a good idea. You made it. That's good. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, it's not enough. It was never going to be enough. Ah yes, Merc, isn't it? Unusual name. Thank you for coming. I believe you know what's at stake here. Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I hope she'll be found soon. Yes, may as well get straight to it. She went this morning. We woke in our room to find her gone. My security team found no clues in the penthouse or her room. Well, I guess we'll start there, see if they missed anything. Agreed. We'll head over to the hotel first, see if we can pick up on anything they missed. I'll get my boys to clear the place, give you two some space. Any ideas who's behind this? Lots. Could be a competitor, one of the guilds, or a city faction. I have no shortage of enemies. We best get to it. Time's critical in these situations. Let's go then. Tarek, here's a pass for the hotel. The concierge will send you up to the penthouse. Can't go that way. Okay. Yeah, if I remember correctly, let's see how much this has changed. I think we go up to the penthouse, I kind of wander around looking for clues, and then eventually the main character gets knocked out. He didn't seem too emotional about his daughter, don't you think? No, he didn't. He never really... Never mind. Here, take this. You not coming with? I've got someone I have to check up on. I'll join you shortly. Right, guess I'll see you at the hotel. Good man, I know I'm putting a lot on you and at short notice, but I know you can handle it. Okay, Tarek. Let's just go straight to the hotel. Got nice signposting. It's pretty obvious where you need to go. Check with the hotel clerk. He looks pretty shaken up. Are you alright, fella? Yeah, I just thought I saw someone. He just sped through the room, didn't have a chance to stop him. Not great security guarding. Was it one of the Stain's men? No, they cleared off a few minutes ago. Couldn't see his face. Hooded, red eyes that shone through the darkness. Right, well, I'll have a pass for the penthouse. I'll just head up to the elevator, right? Yep, that's right. Just give me a minute and it's fine. I can make it on my own. You just take it easy. Yeah. Got a little Roomba. Hey, Michael, nice to have you here. Oh, you always join when I'm in, like, my last game. Don't remember what the clue was, because that was, like, a long time ago when I had played through this game. I just remember coming here. Yeah, once again, I want to point out, it's a nice touch having the, like, parallax image background. It's pretty cool. It matches this room, too. It's a nice touch. It's subtle, but good. Oh, there we go. Just walk there. What the? You alright? Take a tumble in the bathroom? Something knocked me out. He was so fast. Someone attacked you here? You don't look good, Mark. I'm fine. You find anything? Actually, I did. Take a look at this. A PDA. Looks like a company one. The logo on the back looks familiar. It's Purandella. Security firm? That's right. Naval security, actually. I still have to try that game, but I downloaded it. Nice. But they have offices here in the district. We know the CSO. Do we? Yes, it's Colt. You know, from our days in Africa, it's all strangely convenient. Ah, my head, my eyes, not again. Damn it. This. Oh no. The text has been cut off by the portrait. Let's see. I better sit this one out. No time for that. You look fine. Why don't you go see him? He likes you. He'll point us in the right direction. It's just downtown. I guess we could. No, just you. We didn't part on the best of terms. Best I stay out of it. Fair enough. Fine, I'll go alone. Good man, and don't mention my name. It's important you remember that. After what happened, I agree. I'll call you when it's done. Actually, I totally missed that. Where am I going? Let's see Colt. Who's Colt? Man, I feel like what I remember was that you woke up in the apartments, I thought, after you got knocked out. I don't know, he gave me a few credits, said to watch building, report anything that happens. I love how your character keeps saying no, then NPCs just repeat that are gonna go, and then your character goes like, I yeah. Sounds like a guild operative. You better do what he says. You don't want to get on their bad side, I know, so please let me pass. Sure, you be careful, kid. Ever unsure of what to do next, I should remember to check my computer. It'll point me in the right direction. Oh, that's nice. I feel like that should be a... I feel like the game should tell the player, basically right after they leave the main office building, that they can go to their home to figure out where to go next. Or at the very least, you know, the game should say, go to the apartments to go to your home. That way, when you walk into your home, you'd get this tutorial prompt. Oh, that was fast. Michael just Mr. Primo just drops in, says, "What up?" and then just pieces out. All right. Thanks for joining, Michael. Maybe I should change into something more appropriate. Nah, I'm pretty happy with my my fucking Matrix outfit. My head, man, so sore I need to go to see Colt and see if this Purandella PDA we found at Stain's apartment leads to anything. Who the fuck is Colt, though? Did we already meet Colt? Is that one of these guys? Is this Colt? No. Was that like the CEO guy? Did I miss that? Nope. Still got 13 minutes of this. Yeah. Also, I had forgotten to start the timer twice with this game. Who is Colt? I don't remember meeting Colt. And the thing didn't really say where? Okay, Mark, Tarek, yes, it's me. How's the head? I'd forgotten about it. Thanks for reminding me. So, what you up to? Just the middle of what you literally just asked me to do. One more thing I forgot to mention. I need you to get Colt to do something for me. For us. What? Well, I figured we might need to cross the bay at some point if our investigation points that way, okay? A friend of mine has got a hoverboat which would help us out. A fast one. It will save us time compared to the auto highway. Trouble is he hasn't got clearance to enter the bay. So, Purandella controls all access in the bay. I know they do. If you get Colt to clear the boat's serial registration, it will mean you know we can get around easier. I guess I could ask him. Excellent. I'll send you the codes. Remember, don't mention my name. I guess this means I'm on the right track. Maybe in here. Mercury, good to see you. I was wondering when you would stop by. I've been meaning to. Sorry, no worries at all. I figured you were adjusting to city life. Always took you a while to settle in. You seem to be doing well for yourself. Things are going well. The work is hard, but it keeps me out of trouble. Chief Security Officer doesn't sound too bad either. I'm glad it's all working out for you. Sincerely, I am. I owe it all to you, Merc. Oh, sorry. I owe it all to you. Merc, you know if you need anything. Well, actually, I knew you just hadn't come to see an old friend. What have you got for me? This PDA is one of yours, right? Yes, it is. A slightly older model. Where did you get it? It's a long story. A long, odd story. Is there an ID attached to it? Let me look. Strange, the company's OS has been wiped. All the data's gone. Dead end, then. Maybe not. Give me a second. Whoever wiped it left the original reg files on here. By mistake or on purpose. Impossible to tell. The device was assigned to one Lincoln Trask, employee of ours assigned to an overseas hauler. One of the first we protected when we went global. Any ideas where he is now? Well, it was a T shipping hauler he was posted on. He's still on an assignment with them. They'll know they're just next door. Their foreman on the harbor should have the records. It's another lead, I guess. I'll check with them for a current location. Those haulers stop all over the globe. Could be anywhere. It seems slightly strange, all this. Feel like telling me the long story? Not right now. I will, though. Thanks for the help, Colt. You can call it even between us now. We're still a long way off that, Mark. Oh, one more thing. There's a boat just outside the bay. Any chance you could give it a clearance? Sure, as long as it doesn't... Cows? Sure, as long as it don't... Sorry, oh my god. It looks like the developer stroked out all over the keyboard. Sure, as long as it don't cows any trouble in the shipping lanes. Send me the reg. Just did, thanks. It won't. It'll just help me out, that's all. Okay, Mark, it's done. So I still like the use of backgrounds, but this one is a little bit more distracting than the previous ones, because the other ones were more subtle. This one just, it's kind of looking weird. Oh, what are you doing? I need to see Den, the foreman. I know who he is. Look, this is a secure location. Can't just let anyone cruise on in. Any chance you could fetch him? I need to speak with him. I'm not some errand boy. Get lost. Great, another chump I've got to get past. Sure. Den. What are you doing? Sorry, I just really need to talk to Den. That's me? What do you want? I need to ask about one of your ships. Was a Pirandella officer on board. I need to find him. That's privileged information. Colt sent me. He said you could help me out. Colt did? I guess he is one of his employees. What was his name? Trask Lincoln. Give me a second. He was on the Defiant Hauler 318. Where is it now? Taiwan. Ships loading up there and heading to Suva before returning here. Taiwan? Interesting. Thanks for your help. Right on. Oh, not feeling too good. I better go lie down for a bit. Alright. Yep, it's me. Save my PDA code to your phone, man. You alright? I'm feeling a bit dizzy, mate. Think, how'd it go with Colt? The PDA was the one of theirs. Belonged to an employee named Lincoln something. Cool. What about the boat? Yep, that's sorted. So this Lincoln fella's on assignment with T shipping, so I managed to chat with the foreman. And they're doxed, and apparently he's currently in Taiwan. Well, that's good. Good work, Merc. Probably best you take a time out from here on. Get some rest. Thanks for the help. Man, this looks so much like a detective game, but there's nothing to figure out at all. Yeah. Like, there's an ongoing mystery in the story, but it's almost kind of like the mystery is being solved on its own. The player is not solving the mystery. The characters are solving the mystery. It's kind of like, if you think of it, it's like if you watch a detective show on TV, anytime that in the TV show, when it cut from one scene to the next scene, like going from the suspect's apartment to going back to the police station, what's kind of happening here in this game is rather than it just cutting from one scene to the next, you're just moving the detective from the apartment to the police station. The only funny thing here is the NPC is asking a guy how he feels shortly before complaints regarding his answer. Right, we've got a lot to think over. What's your plan now? Me, I'll probably head back to the bar, but don't worry about me. Fine, well, I guess we'll catch up later then. Get some rest. I'll just rest my head for a few. What? This sounds like it came from the floor above, but that apartment's been abandoned for months. I better check it out. Looks like a ladder leading up to the apartment above. If I could get through this door. What? Wait, but... Hang on. Wait, but... The guy is supposed to be... Oh, whoa. Something weird is going on with the tiles here. I thought earlier they'd mentioned that our protagonist guy here has been asked by the landlord to just like keep an eye out on this apartment for squatters, right? So how come I can't... If he needs to do that, you'd think he'd have a key for this gate. Is it the boy? Yeah, if I could just get through the door. Next time maybe I can find someone to open it. Look at them for just no. I was fiddling around behind it, and now this thing stopped working and quickly left the premise before causing any more damage. Well, hopefully you'll find. Oh, okay. Shutters in way still shut. Any chance you could open it? I can take a look. I might as well do something productive today. Okay. Well, I don't know why that was the guy, but fair enough. Standard electronic locking system, easy for me to bypass with the manufacturer's code. There we go. See, you are useful after all. There's a couple of those tablets just in this room that I'm not going to read. Must be something more for me to find out in here. I guess I need to read those tablets then. Maybe. Yeah, I guess so. Stain's assignment 1, set up temporary base of operations, observe exterior of Stain's office headquarters, apartments in the district, upload a daily report of movement of Pieter Stain. Note any meetings with individuals other than Stain employees and use PDA scanner to identify and upload their identity. Do not, under any circumstance, come into contact with any member of the Stain family. As always, failure to comply with the mission parameters will result in immediate recall. Strange, no mention of Faye. So I will mention, if these are like story critical tablets, the other tablets have not been story critical, so there's kind of an inconsistency there, which is why I avoided those originally. Because previously these story tablets just gave the, you know, scrolling text thing that I just wanted to skip over. Stain assignment November 23rd, operative Kroll, whatever. 2 individuals, subject names Tariq and unknown, entered Stain Industry headquarters at 8 p.m. Subject Tariq recently traveled to Sapphire City from Taiwan. Reasons for presence is Estefan District, currently unknown. Subjects exited the building at 8:24, engaged in a brief discussion. Tariq left and returned to the Seven's bar. Reason for Tariq's return to the bar unclear. Unknown subject proceeded to Stain's apartment complex. Operative Drac still present in apartment complex. Potential complications identified. Attempt to contact Operative Drac unsuccessful. Subject Tariq leaves Seven's bar and to his apartment complex at 8:52. Operative Drac returns to staging area informing of altercation with unknown subject. Initiating extraction from current location due to altercations with surveillance. Subject will re-establish connection when new secure location is found. Yeah, this game gets a hard pass from me. I'm feeling tired from just... Yeah. This reminded me how I felt before when I played it, you know, so long ago. It's like, there's nothing offensively bad about it. It's totally fine. It's just... I don't know. It's nothing really hooking me, I guess. They've been watching us this whole time. I wonder why Tariq returned to the bar after the Stains meeting. Yeah. We're just gonna close out. Yeah. And he's a nice guy. I guess he's probably been following my stuff, and he's in my Discord server as well. I guess he's been following me since I reviewed his original version of this game, which I think is just, I wonder if he still has it available. Yeah, he does. So this is like the original version of the game here. So you can see, like, there's been some huge improvements. Light mode version of the game. And then now they have dark mode version of the game. yeah, it's just, yep, a mystery episode on TV, but you manually walk between each scene. Yep. Okay. Sapphire City. When did that release? Last year, I think. 73 days ago. 2nd of November. So 2022. 11. And that was today when we streamed it. Is it a demo? I think it's finished, actually. Yeah, it just says released. He, I had asked him if he's going to be doing any updates on it. He said that there's no planned updates for its major updates, at least. So I do think it's actually a full released game. So I'll give him credit on that, you know. Once again, I always preach about people need to finish more games, so it's good that he's finished a game. And as I was showing, like, there's a huge upgrade between this version and the previous version. My advice to him was, and I don't think he would be upgrading this game anymore, but I wouldn't linger too much on past projects. Like, there's something about my previous game that I can appreciate, but I know that it's hot garbage of a game, and I wouldn't expect any other people to be able to have the same kind of enjoyment with it that I do, because I can only appreciate it as basically my first real game, and that's why I appreciate it. No one else can really have that same feeling. So I would never spend the time upgrading the game. You know, it served its purpose. So I don't think he would want to upgrade from this at all either. But in the future, if he did do another game and then want to upgrade it as well, I would say probably don't start getting in the habit of doing that. There's no reason to upgrade your past games, remastering them, if you will. Is it RPG Maker? Yes, it is. Commercial game? No, it's not. Quality store page? Yeah, actually, he used lots of GIFs. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and say yes on that. Polish? Nah. Yep, exactly. Gotta call it quits and move on. I think my mom put it best when she said it's easier to... I don't remember how she said it, never mind. This is something along the lines of it's easier to start a new play than it is to reset the stage or something like that. I don't know, but it's poignant. Got the point across. Clarity... There's that one point with the character, what was it, Clint or something like that I didn't know where the fuck he was. But I guess everything else was fine. Balance, I mean, sure, there's not really combat or anything. Unique identity. It's really borderline. It's really borderline. There's some cool world building I could see that was happening there that I would say is unique, but then the rest of it is kind of like, yeah, maybe. It's borderline. I'm going to be nice, though. I'm going to give him the point. And that just goes to show you that the way that I do my grading system is just because you get a high score doesn't mean it's a fun game. Just because you got a 5 doesn't make it fun. It just means, yeah, you got that. You did it. You could probably sell this game and actually make some money off of it. Maybe. I don't know, it's still missing, like, that hook. That's where the polish is. Alright, let's set a color for this block. Last time we used orange. We'll do this in red. Makes it look like this is the bad week. But actually, this is kind of a good week. Because we finished Project Volition, which was not really that great. We finished Rosenklan, which I thought was pretty good. We finished that Unity game, which was it was a game jam game, and we finished that. Well, we didn't finish Sapphire City. We played through a good chunk of it, and it is what it is. Yep. Well, anyways, on that note, I guess that's all of the games that I'm going to play through for this week. Yeah. One thing I wanted to talk about before I end the stream off is what I'm planning to do. So, you know, I've mentioned that like currently what I'm working on in my game is like story stuff, and I don't really want to show that off on stream because, you know, it's like spoilers and whatever. It's also not the most interesting. It's just like, look at this dialogue that I wrote, and it's like, who the fuck cares? So it's not like very interesting to talk about on stream for game dev streams. So I'm not really doing game dev streams right now at the moment. Now, before, I used to have like my game mechanics streams, but it kind of was a failed format for my live streams. So I kind of canceled that. So I had nothing to replace it with. I don't really want to do more game streams like this next week. So what I've been thinking about is, mostly because of Fortuna's game having way too long of a fucking intro, I think I'm going to start occasionally doing long plays of some folks' games. And I think we're going to start that off with Fortuna's game. Fortuna, you're going to be special. I think I'm going to basically dedicate an entire stream, like what Orc does, and like what a lot of other RPG Maker streamers do, is I think I'm going to have one stream that's dedicated to just one game, and that's that. Just because as much as I do enjoy looking through a lot of different projects in a single stream, I also think that's, you know, one thing that sets my streams apart from other RPG Maker streamers. At the same time, you know, you mean we're gonna see the past? We're going to see past the intro? Yes, you're going to see past the intro. Probably. I don't know. I'm not sure how I want to do it. It's probably just going to be more or less like what you do. It'll be a little bit more casual than these streams. Like I have the timer. Sorry, it's on this side. I have the timer because it you know, it keeps momentum going with these streams. I do think it helps keep the stream entertaining, because it's kind of like if things start feeling a little bit too boring, don't worry, the timer will be up soon and we'll move on to something else, and we'll get the whole fresh new experience with something else again. I do like the format that I've come up with for these streams, but I want something. I don't want to just keep doing these streams every week. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to do these streams every week, and normally I don't, because I have my game dev stream stuff too. But right now I have nothing to show off on game dev streams, so I'm not doing those. So I need something else. So I guess we'll do it that way. After all these years? What do you mean by after all these years? I haven't even been streaming RPG Maker games for a year yet. Yeah, it's a matter of being entertaining too. Yeah, I know the short format works. Sometimes it works. Sometimes there's games that feel like they really deserve a little bit more time. Obviously today I was a little bit more relaxed with the timer as well, because I gave Project Volition a few extra minutes to just figure out where to go. And same thing for Rosenklan as well. Gave them a little bit extra time just so I could finish the game, since we're getting pretty close to that. So, yeah, I know it works. And like I said, I do think it keeps the momentum of the stream going. And the one thing is, when you stick with a single game, is that sometimes the momentum, the sort of entertainment value kind of starts falling off pretty quickly after a certain point. So yeah, that's why I really didn't want to do it that way. And also, like I said before, it kind of sets me apart from other streamers. But to stop repeating myself, I just want something different to do next week. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'll just stream Fortuna's game. Tiki long play when. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a Tiki long play. Yeah, we'll have to see. Let's see how things go with Fortuna's. Because the one thing was with like the game mechanics thing is that, you know, I gave it 2 attempts, so maybe that's what I'll do. I gave it 2 attempts before writing off the format as not a successful format. So, you know, maybe that's what I'll do is I'll try this kind of long play format a couple of times and see how I feel before fully committing to it. So maybe that's what I'll do is I'll stick with games that I'm already familiar with. Fortuna's games and Mr. Orc's game. So maybe that's not a bad idea. Maybe that's what I'll do. So Fortuna's game will be next, and then after Fortuna's game, I'll probably do another one of my standard RPG Maker streams like today. And then after that, then depending on where my game dev is at, then maybe I will stream do a long play of Tiki's Escape. Keep the momentum going for your game. You got my review way back. Let's see, it's right here. You got my review way back in October, and then you got Alice's review just recently, and then a month from now you'll get another review of your game, keeping the momentum going for your game. Note to myself: make a spelling double checked update. Oh yeah, I should probably update the version of your game that I have, because even you told me that the version that I streamed last week was not up to date. You should probably remind me of that before I stream it, because I'll probably forget. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. We'll see how that works out. We'll see if I like the new format. It'll probably be a little bit more relaxed. Like I said, that's kind of the goal anyways. So we'll see how that goes. So with that said, I think that's going to be it for the stream tonight. I got big plans tomorrow, so I need to like get ready for that as well. So I guess I'll just go ahead and say thank you guys very much for joining. Good to have you here, Mr. Orc. Good to have you here, Fortuna. It's good to have Visky stop by for a short little bit, as well as Michael Primo. And with that, bye.